Tuesday morning right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, and we always bring you your daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by an energetic start to the day. Good morning and welcome once again to what really promises to be a very amazing and great show with myself, the one and only MOOCee Mist. My name is MooCee Mist and I'm so happy. I'm excited, man, because we're going to have a great energy exchange. But what we do on a day-to-day basis right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show is always try to bring you destinations that you can make a part of your bucket list. And these are places that I would absolutely recommend that you at least try and visit sometime in your lifetime. I myself have quite a few favorites of my own, and I look forward to visiting some of those places. And one of those places that we're covering this morning is Charleston in South Carolina, founded in 1670. And it is one of America's most historic and critically rich cities. Once a leading part and economic hub of the South, it grew wealthy through rice and cotton exports and played a pivotal role in both the American Revolution and the Civil War. Today, Charleston is celebrated for its preserved architecture, cobblestone streets, and vibrant culinary scene, blending European, African, and Native American influence with signature dishes like shrimp and grits and she crab soup. Its warm southern hospitality and landmarks such as Rainbow Row and Fort Summer that make it a top destination for history and culture enthusiasts. So with that being said, do try to, at least maybe if you can't visit, look it up. See, maybe this is a place that you can make a part of your bucket list. And I know that, the South of America is one of those places that I'd absolutely love to visit. So with that being said, do that, and then you and I will see after this. And then after the break, I'm going to give you your first news update right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Cool stuff.
I get it now. Life is taking enough from me. Think I just need security. Yeah. So crazy how anything can happen. Hedging my bets so desperately. Building sand castles on the calm seas. Looking for a guarantee. For mistakes, it's the illusion of control. Can't take it with you when you go. as well learn to lose control. Maybe I can trust and just let go. Learn to lose control. Maybe I can trust and just let Said you needed space. Said you needed more time.
Good morning once again, and this is your first Vooka news update. On the first headline, funds idle while schools deteriorate. Minister Siviwe Khwarube condemned the Eastern Cape's neglect of school infrastructure, noting 5 billion rands withheld from non-fee schools since 2020. The department claims over 100 schools built and refurbishments done, but many institutions still report inadequate funding. On your second news headline, nurses struggle financially after eviction. Over 50 nurses were evicted from Livingston Hospital in Gqeberha, leaving them without housing. They argue their low salaries make rentals unaffordable. The health department says notice was given in 2020 after the COVID-era accommodation ended and permanent contracts were secured. On your last news headline, Gauteng committee slams Oliven Houtbosch police station conditions. The Gauteng legislature's community safety committee condemned Oliven Houtbosch police station after an oversight visit revealed no operational holding cells. Suspects, including those accused of violent crimes, are detained at the front desk where victims and community members seek help, posing serious risk to public safety, dignity, and effective policing. The committee called the situation unacceptable and a clear threat to everyone in the precinct. That's all for your news update on right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. After the break, the one and only Moeketsi will take you through the sports update.
I forgot your middle name, I forgot your birthday. You still wear cologne the same, love it in the worst way. You been gone away, since you been gone away, you been gone away. I forgot your middle name, I forgot your birthday, your favorite position. Do we still have chemistry? Since you been gone away so long.
Once again, a very good morning. Here's what's happening on the sporting world. Starting off with the cricket news, the Proteas wary of lowly ranked Canada ahead of the T20 World Cup opener. South Africa begins their T20 World Cup campaign in Ahmedabad against Canada, ranked 14 places lower. Captain Aiden Mahram warned against complacency, stressing the unpredictability of the format and recalling how the Proteas nearly lost to Nepal in 2024. Canada in their second T20 World Cup previously upset Ireland and couldn't be dangerous if conditions suit. Mahram said the Proteas must focus on executing their own skills to avoid an upset and start the tournament strongly. On your next cricket headline, Thabiso Senyati upbeat ahead of the TUT 2026 HWBSL campaign. TUT striker Thabiso Senyati is upbeat ahead of the 2026 Hollywood Bets Super League after finishing 6th in the season with 44 points. She says preseason has been demanding but encouraging, focused on building strong foundation. Senyati admits inconsistency cost them top 3 spot in 2025 but believes tightening details and maintaining focus will help. Voted player of the tournament at Varsity Football 2025, she aims to be more reliable and consistent, confident that collective success will follow as TUT push for greater progress this season. Lastly, on your football news, double standards. Kaizer Chiefs Ben Youssef slams PSL over Orlando Pirates light schedule. Kaizer Chiefs assistant coach Khalil Ben Youssef slammed the PSL for double standards in fixture scheduling, arguing Orlando Pirates benefit from a lighter load while Chiefs face congested commitments including CAF competition. He suggested Pirates' advantage stems from PSL chairman Ivan Koz's dual role as club owner, fueling perception of favoritism. Ben Youssef urged the league to support teams representing South Africa in continental tournaments, noting other nations allow rescheduling. Chiefs top of Group D now prepare for a decisive CAF clash against Zamalek in Cairo on the 14th of February 2026. That's all for your sports news. Now let's head over to your traffic update. If you are on the road, this is what you need to expect if you're on the KwaZulu-Natal road. There is a major crash on the N3 southbound after Hilton interchange. The road is closed, so heavy delays are expected. On the N2 northbound after the M7 interchange in Edwin Swalza, the stationary vehicle has now been cleared. On the N2 southbound after Umgeni interchange, a stationary truck blocking the middle lane. You need to expect delays. On the N3 southbound before Peter Brown exit, there is a stationary truck in the left lane, so drive carefully. If you're driving in Gauteng, this is what you need to expect on your road. On the N1 northbound at Allendale Road, there is a stationary vehicle. Left lane is closed, so please drive with extra caution. There is a crash on the N3 southbound after Marlborough Drive. Left lane is closed, so approach carefully. That's all for a traffic update. If you happen to have your own traffic update, please do make sure you use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show or send us your latest traffic update on 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. Now let us give you your latest weather update and see you after the break.
Turn my pain into fire, no ignition. Okay. Only when the money talk, when I listen. Okay. I put the city on my back and niggas dissing, huh? Look, what the fuck you think I do it for? Do it for? Hey, looking in the mirror, you the GOAT, you the GOAT. Hey, I've been out here grinding 24. So nigga in the mirror, you the GOAT, you the GOAT. Hey, what the fuck you think I do it for? Do it for? Hey, looking in the mirror, you the GOAT, you the GOAT. Hey, I've been out here grinding 24. So nigga in the mirror, you the GOAT, you the GOAT.
start with us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network. And you know that you're always spending some great quality time with myself, the one and only MooCee Mist. Please don't mind me laughing and giggling. Things happen right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show behind the scenes. And just whenever they happen and we're on air, you just have to play it off. And this is the beauty, and the luxuries and all things great that happen during a live broadcast like this one, right? Welcome. How are you doing? I'm happy, man. I'm excited to be in your presence and in your company. And I look forward to spending some great quality time with you right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network, where radio meets TV, only and exclusively giving you a daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by an energetic start to the day on a day-to-day basis between the hours of 7 and 10. And you know that you're always spending some great, amazing quality time with myself, the one and only MooCee Mist. My name is MooCee Mist, and I look forward to you and I engaging with each other. The time right about now, 43 minutes after the hour, 7 o'clock on a Tuesday morning, the 10th of February. If there's someone who's celebrating their birthdays, you know that a bit later on in the show, we're going to be highlighting those. And I do invite you to send us your voice notes, send the pictures of those people who are celebrating their birthdays, and we will absolutely, completely help you wish them a huge happy birthday, right? And how you can do that is by you using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. Look, the interaction and the engagement also continues on our WhatsApp line. Make use of the number 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. Comment, like, subscribe. Do the things that are necessary to be done so that you and I and the rest of the team continue sharing our thoughts, our opinions, and everything else in between. But you know that I'm not alone, right? I could never ever be by myself. I could never be by myself. I'm always rolling with the best of the best. Broadcasting boys are up on a Tuesday morning. Mr. Mo, talk to me, my brother.
Broadcasting boys crushing it. BBC. Understand? But yeah, man, it's a great Tuesday morning. Man, I get it's a broadcasting boys club, right? So it's BBC.
I don't know if I'm part of that club, but I am a broadcasting boy. But I'm not part of the club. I am not. No, thank you.
If you are always behind the cam between the hours of 7 up until 10 o'clock, you are part of the club, whether you like it or not.
I'm not part of the BBC club.
You're part of the club. Don't worry. But yeah, man, it's a great, of course, a Tuesday morning.
Yes, sir.
Tuesdays for choosing you or choosing other people else, right? But yeah, I'm looking forward to what this day has for us because days are not the same.
Absolutely.
Days are not the same. Today is going to be different from yesterday, and tomorrow is going to be different from today. So I am happy and excited to be, of course, in the Vooka Nation company and the Devon Nights out there. Hope that you're going to enjoy this beautiful day with us by connecting with us, of course, on all our social media platforms. We aim to please you. We aim to make sure that we always have those thought-compelling conversations with you, right? But yeah, more than anything, looking forward to this day in terms of everything that we're going to be unpacking.
Of course, because Tuesdays are where traction takes hold. Tuesdays are where traction takes hold right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Mondays are where momentum begin, and Tuesdays are where traction takes hold. Share your thoughts and everything else in between. We have so much in store for you, right? And before the break, we gave you your latest news headlines, we gave you sports headlines, and of course, we gave you your latest traffic update. A huge shout out to everyone who is enhancing and engaging with us or listening to us and hanging out with us, spending time with us on the Durban airwaves. Morning out there in Durban on Underground Radio DBN. How are you doing? I don't know about you. Like I mentioned yesterday morning, the weather is amazing on this side of the country, man. And we're coming to you live from the Vooka Breakfast Show studios. That is brought to you by the Blinko Network in the heart of Soweto, Dopsanton. This is where, or rather, right next to Zondi Hills and just before you get to Bromfisher Kloof. Yep. Hey, those who know. If you're a Sowetan, you understand where I'm going with this. You understand, man. Dopsanton, right next to Zondi Hills. Yeah. Just before you get to Bromfisher Kloof. I want to get to Bromfisher. It's some fish. No. It's Zondi Hills. right? It's Top Santon, Top Sanville. It's Top Santon, right? From Fisher Kloof.
It really takes a lot for people to adopt, those kind of things, because Bona, they just look at the conditions of where they're living, and they're like, no guys, we can't say this is Top Santon. Like,
this is Top Santon. And I don't know about you, where I live.
Yeah, Lynn, it's Top Horton.
Top Santon.
Nah, I mean Top Houghton.
Copy much. Copy much. I live in Top Santon. Top Sanville.
Dobson Village.
I live.
A ville is a village.
No.
Any place that's called that ends with a ville.
I would have understood if you were to say Dobson Villa.
Villa.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Nah, but I get it, the understanding of a ville. For me, it's when I feel it's the full abbreviation. It's a village.
They would have said Dobson Village.
I mean, Slovo is a village.
Swane
Village. Any place, Pim Village. Pim Village is a village.
I know, as opposed to Swaneville. But anyway, we're going to have such a great show this morning, and we can't wait to hear from you. And a jam-packed show that promises to be so informative and knowledge-giving, because this is what we do right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. We aim to have compelling, all-encompassing, and of course thought-provoking conversations that are aimed at giving both you and I so much knowledge, information, enhancing our knowledge bases, and thought-provoking and thought-challenging engagements with amazing guests, right? And we can't wait to give all of that to you. So what I want us to do very quickly, run to the loo, right? Grab a glass of water, or maybe you're a coffee, or you are a tea person in the morning. You can absolutely do that. While we're busy with that, or while you're busy with that, we're quickly going to go pay our bills, right? And then rehydrate, because we always try to rehydrate as much as you can, because it's very hot. It's quite nice and warm outside. I'm enjoying this weather. I don't know about you, but I'm absolutely enjoying this weather. And man, I look forward to the rest of the day and the rest of the week and what is the remainder of the summer season. But in the meantime, let's quickly go pay our bills, and then you and I will see each other after this cool stuff.
Stepping in the spot like she own it, looking like the world is your runway. She can set it off like a gunplay. Oh my, yeah. Talk of the city with that body, always getting praised like it's Sunday. She said, baby, what you gonna do about it? Loving your vibe, girl. That energy got me going. Yeah, that thing's so vibrant. I wanna know if you can give me the keys to your heart, baby. All I need is you. All I need is you. She need me like heartbeats. Drive me the bed like a RV. Hugging the curves on that body. She bring the heat like wasabi. Promise not to test your heart. Never. We just can't be kept apart. Yeah. Baby, you the best by far. Always go the extra mile. Yeah. All I need is you. All I need is you.
Still enjoying the great sounds of this beautiful Tuesday morning. And one of the things that needs to top up our morning is how our weather is currently looking like if you are across South Africa. If you are in Johannesburg, you are expecting to experience 18 degrees Celsius with some clear skies. And of course, if we move on to Cape Town, it is 21 degrees Celsius with some broken clouds. And then in Durban, it's 28 degrees Celsius with some highest that is going to be feeling like 31 degrees Celsius with some clear skies. In Pretoria, you are experiencing 20 degrees Celsius with some clear skies. And then in Bloemfontein, it's 17 degrees Celsius with moderate rain. So do make sure that you carry an umbrella if you are around Bloemfontein. And then right here in the heart of Johannesburg, Soweto, it's feeling like 18 degrees Celsius with some clear skies. In Khayelitsha, it's 20 degrees Celsius with some broken clouds. If any developments come in terms of your weather update, we will let you know. And then looking into the market rate for February the 10th, 2026, let's look at how the rand is currently trading with other currencies. Starting off with the US dollar, the rand is currently trading at 15 rands and 98 cents. And then heading over to the Great British Pound, the rand is currently trading at 21 rands 82 cents. And then euro, against the euro, the rand is currently trading at 18 rands 99 cents. Against the Japanese yen, it's currently at 10 cents. Against the Australian dollar, it's currently trading at 11 rand 27 cents. And then against the Chinese yuan, it's currently trading at 2 rand 31 cents. And then in your commodities, this is how things are looking like this morning. Gold is currently trading at 43,500 rands. Brent crude oil is currently trading at 1,550 rand. And then Bitcoin is currently trading at 1,250,000 rand. More of your market rates, weather updated tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show is the hashtag you need to use. 4 minutes till we eat 8 o'clock on the dot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hang on, still hang out with us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. We have so much in store for you. And, Mo and I always take such good care of you, man. And I can't wait to hear from you. Still keep using that number. The number to dial is 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. Send through your voice notes and everything else in between. A comment has already come through on our comment section on YouTube, and this one is from none other than our sister Uzinzi. Zinzi saying, good morning, beautiful Vooka Nation. To the Underground Radio DBN family and the best breakfast team, Sivugile, in this sunny Tuesday. And I woke up choosing myself, my family, and loved ones. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. I love it. Yeah. I love it. I love it. It's a sunny Tuesday, man.
I also love how these, acronyms keep on coming because it's the best breakfast team, the BBT, right? And you are part of the BBC, which is the Boys Breakfast Club. Subscribe to the clubs, man.
I'm part of that club.
Were you not part of any club growing up?
No.
Were you not part of any group? Were you not part of any gang?
Well, gang. Years ago. Hey, this is years ago. I don't know if you even know this club. Because growing up, there was a gang, there wasn't a club.
Yeah.
But back in the day, there was a football club right here in Thompsonville. And the name was Thompsonville All Stars.
Okay.
I used to play for Thompsonville All Stars years ago. Hey, this is years ago.
Like Boma 1940.
2000, guys. I was born in the year 2000, so I'm a very young boy.
Yeah.
But it wasn't too long ago. Maybe I'm exaggerating. The way I'm making it sound. But I used to be part of the. I used to play for Thompsonville All Stars back in the day. Yeah, so that was cool.
How was it? Man. Like the feeling of being, because you are part of the boys club. If you're part of the club, it's the boys club.
Soccer club.
Yeah, it's a club.
No,
it's a club.
Yes, but it's a club. Soccer club.
I mean, when I go out with my friends, we're going to a club. Okay. It's not like we live in the club. We are the club. But if
I
you
love
are
how
part
you
of
just
the club,
mentioned that me and my friends, friends and I like that.
We hit the club.
Yeah, you guys.
And we are the boys, like BBC, the best boys club. Understand? So clubs, we are all part of clubs without noticing.
Yeah, you are part of clubs. Speak for yourself. Guys, we need to try and reiterate this and always try to speak in the first person, especially when we refer to such things. We always need to speak in the first person. Say I, say me, myself, and I. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And not put it to the rest of us. Don't impose some of these ideas that you guys have and want to make us part of it and include us.
No, I mean, people have been part of clubs.
That's
I think
fine.
For someone who's watching now and listening, maybe they're part of a Stockfell club, ladies club, boys club, fathers club, mummies club. There's clubs, guys. And I encourage people to join clubs because that's where you form more connection with people. You meet other people.
With boys.
And
you want to connect with boys.
I mean, I did connect with boys.
No,
not in that way, though.
What do you mean in what way?
I mean, connecting with boys.
Yes.
Yeah, in boys' way. Not in whatever ways that modern boys do.
Guys.
Wow.
I love it. I'm there for you, Mo. I'm there for you, guys. Like we are a non-judgmental station here. We don't discriminate whatsoever.
Yeah.
People's orientations, people's choices, people's whatever.
Yeah, my body works for me.
Oh, it doesn't.
Not mine. Theirs.
Hey, man. Very funny stuff right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. So, we want to get into the conversation, right, about all things, all interesting things on a day-to-day basis. And today's conversation is about what's the one thing you swore you'd never do, but now you catch yourself doing it all the time.
Yeah.
What is the one thing you absolutely swore by this, that you would never ever find yourself doing it, but now on a random you catch yourself absolutely taking part in it, being part of a boys club?
Yeah.
Maybe you swore in your younger days that you would never be part of a boys club. Now you are in a boys club. And we are not judging you. It's you are within.
Yeah.
Oh, what means within? Yes.
It's phakathi.
You understand? So what is that one thing? So we all have those declarations we made with conviction, right? And we stand by them, Mr. Mo. When you make that declaration, you're so convinced that you would never do it. You're standing your ground.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're like, I'll never drink instant coffee. If you're a coffee person, right? I will never ever drink instant coffee. Or I'll never join TikTok. Right? Because you're perhaps one of those people who doesn't believe in social media.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or things like, I'll never sound like my parents.
Yeah.
Do you know those kinds of things where you grow up and you want to be the opposite of the character of one of your parents, or both even, right? And yet, life has a way of turning our nerves into everyday habits.
Yeah.
Or our nevers, rather. Those things where we say, I would never smoke cocaine. And you find yourself, I'll never smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
I'll never smoke habli babli or hookah.
Yeah.
I don't know how you describe
drink alcohol.
I'll never drink alcohol. Like me, I in my 25 years.
I'll never date toxic girls.
Do you know?
Yeah.
I will never date a certain type of girl.
Yeah.
Oh, so we told her when I say baby mama ya gago. You understand that? All of a skirlek, stugu, perhaps some kanjani, you know?
Yeah.
And eventually all these nevers that you declared you wouldn't take part in, suddenly now you find yourself, they've turned into habits, right? And it's the irony of growing up that we don't realize when we grow up as individuals. I'll never do this. And you're coming from a naive place. There's a guy, Shem Khotman Elefetso Tokafala, and he was buried about 2 weeks ago, Benzo Tapeni.
Yeah.
And he would always say something like, man. You know, because the point of it is you're coming from a naive place. You don't know what you're referring to.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So those things we once really resisted often become the things we embrace. Talk to me.
Yeah.
What are some of those for you?
Yo.
Your nevers. Do you have one or two that?
I think I still have.
Okay.
All right. I still have my nevers, and some that I grew up with, it's when you realize by growing up that it's something that you just said, Hore, no buisa ke bongwana. You know, you were still young. You didn't understand that when you grow up, you're going to be in those kind of situations.
Yes, sir.
But I think one of the things that I swore to myself is never, ever entertain toxic people in my life. Never be around toxic people. But here am I trying to convince toxic people to stop being toxic.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And the thing is, with human beings, when you swear when you swear about being with type of people in your life,
sure,
it'll happen that you learn how to be humble, humility. You will learn how to love other people. You will learn how to understand where people are coming from. The reason some of the people can't come out of toxic friendships and relationships is because they now understand the roots of where everything is stemming from, right?
Okay.
And now I get myself stuck in those toxic friendships because now they come with explaining why they are like this.
Okay.
And I swore to myself that I would never have any toxic friends around me or toxic people around me.
Okay.
But here am I, you know, I do have some toxic people in my life, and I embrace those people because I feel like there's a time where they're going to change.
Yes.
You know, there's a time where because I've once outgrown some other things, they'll also outgrow being toxic. So yeah, I mean, there's so many that I can mention in terms of, because I told myself that I would never have TikTok. I swore to myself that I would never doom scroll. Okay. Right?
It's the same. Well, when I had doom scrolling, I can attest to that one.
Doom scrolling, it's something that I told myself that each and every day when I sleep, because I have a book besides me, right? I will read a chapter or I'll read a sentence before I go to sleep.
Sure.
But I don't know when was the last time I read my book, Mudimuak.
Okay.
You know, all we see is TikTok dance challenges. That's what keeps me going. Something that I swore that I would never do. But here I am now, right? Because some of the things they do change. It's habits, right? Yeah, I would never do this. But now when you grow to understand that thing, you do it.
Okay.
And because you feel like I'm strong, you know, I have the mental strength, I have the emotional strength to go through whatever that's, you know, going on right now. There are people who swore that they would never be or work in a 9-to-5 job, but due to circumstances, they are working 9-to-5.
That I can,
job.
Sure.
Right.
Sure. I know quite a few people like that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So there's quite a lot that I can mention right here, but you know, I just want to, you know, just to get a perspective of what other people do think out there.
Mr. B, talk to me.
There's a lot, and it comes with humility because once upon a time you said, "Hey, I wouldn't cheat." You find yourself being the one.
Why is that the first one that you think of?
No, it's because it's what I went through.
Yeah.
So someone cheated on me.
I thought you cheated.
No, okay. Let me
context.
Let him cook.
Okay.
So someone cheated on me, and I just didn't understand. Like, who does that? Until you do it. Until I did it, right? So.
So you're a cheater. You became a cheater.
Yeah. So there are things I thought I would never do, and I did them.
Okay.
I did them. But Joba Ngishuguti, this thing comes with a whole lot of humility.
Yeah.
Because once you understand, Uguti, you also possess
the ability
to do it.
To do that thing, sure.
I mean, the analogy here is we're all born with these two lions on either side.
Yeah.
Sure.
And your goal is to train and tame these lions.
Sure.
So for an individual that grows up and they do not tame it, you'll find you are in your 50s, 60s, but you still have this thing that you haven't resolved.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
And then you also become forgiving because you understand, okay, hey, you know what, I can also mess up.
Sure.
And then you become forgiving for the next person.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right? So there's a number of things. That's the one I can think of where like it really stood out for me.
Yeah.
You know what? The one thing that's standing out for me, that's coming into my mind as you guys are mentioning these things, the one that I don't want to say it hit me hard, but the one that did hit me once I got into my early 20s was I understood why girls my age back in high school were, I guess, drawn or attracted to older guys.
Yeah.
That one baffled me. I don't know about you. I don't know, guys.
I don't do grey trouser.
Those people, hey, banana. Grey trouser. And like, I know one of those girls. Like, I think of the girls that I went to high school with, right? There is 2 that I can think of that I really liked. Yeah. And they were dating older guys. I remember we were from grade 10 all the way to matric.
Yeah.
I won't mention this girl's name, but she was dating one of those transport drivers. And he wasn't that much older than us. He was in his early 20s.
Yeah.
He was in his early 20s because he hadn't finished high school that long ago, when we were doing our last 3 years in high school. And it wasn't until I got to that age, like I'm 21, I'm 22, I'm like, okay, not that I did it. Disclaimer.
You must have
guys.
experience.
I'm not a predator.
I thought we were talking about stuff that you swore you wouldn't do.
Yeah,
but
no.
you did.
I think.
Yeah, he did it.
No, I didn't do it.
He did
no,
it.
I don't.
After matric, he was like,
but
I'm going for those who don't want grey trousers.
No, man, no, not even like that, my brother. Not even.
Bro had an internal wound.
No, man. I think because I found myself. Here's the never that I had declared to myself was I would never engage Ngwana Munyane, a little girl. That's the never.
Same here.
That's the never.
When I finished high school,
sure.
Umntana school was just
It's a no-go area.
Off.
It's a no-go
Because
area.
I finished age 17. No, 18. Because sometimes other kids.
Yeah, in Tangaza, 18 or 19 sometimes
But
even.
for the fact that to say school,
You're out of high school. Yeah.
No, guys.
I
School kids are no-go.
It's been like that for a while.
20 years now.
Oh wow, that's crazy. So for me, the age that I stopped entertaining schoolgirls, girls in grey pants and tuffies and white socks and grey socks, I think was at the age of 22. Towards the end of the year that I turned 22, I was like, no. And at that point, I was only engaging matrics. If it was a circumstantial thing, not what I was actively doing it. Because I told myself, but I'm never. Hey, wait, what are you and I going to talk about? I'm 22. You're still.
But wait,
doing LO homework
so
here.
you're saying when you were 21, you were engaging?
Well, yeah. I felt if you're 18, I'm 21.
So Mo is right.
No. Not actively so hard. It's something that I was like going for little girls. We find ourselves, because at the time I was teaching music in various high schools.
That's dangerous.
I was no.
No, it is, because they look up to you. Like
sure.
Yeah.
But hey, we'll get into it after off air. But this is something I had told myself that I would never engage in when I was school, and I found myself actually having a cool conversation. Wait, you're in matric. I'm 20. I'm 21. I'm like 2-3 years outside of high school now.
Yeah.
Because I finished high school when I was 19. Right. So when I'm 21, I'm only 2 years out of high school, and I told myself that I'd never. Now I'm standing by it. Now I'm saying him Dalamanja.
I'll call you to the side.
I mean, there's so many things, because I remember
Go to college.
I say college, Mr. B.
We had a conversation with my guys, and like I remember, like we were so hesitant, and we stood with our decision that this is something that we'd never do.
Sure.
Me and my friend, there were 4 of us.
Sure.
And they were just looking at us like, okay, sharp, gents. We said we would never date a girl that has a child.
Oh,
right?
yes.
Yeah. That was back when we were 18, 19 years of age, right?
Okay.
Now we grow up and we realize that, hey, man, there's greener pastures out there. I mean, people are not as bad as we think they are if they do have kids, right? Because I mean, it's someone that you can engage on any given day. So you go to the girl, you ask her out, and then you find out they have a child. And you just ignore that part. You have a child, like, it's fine, though. It's fine.
Yes.
And when time goes, now your friends come and say, Ntwana, zwakala yi. remember when you said when
We're
you
not
never
gonna
date? What changed?
That's funny.
Right?
Yeah.
What changed? I mean, it's growth, at the end of the day. You grow up, you get to understand these things, they do happen.
Yes.
It's not like Babang, they wanted to have kids out of the blue. No, they wanted to have kids with someone they love, and then life happened. They found themselves single, and they are a single, baby mama. Understand? So, when you get to understand.
Did you find yourself now in a position where you are engaging or actively dating a girl with a child?
I mean, it's because with me, I take time, right?
Okay.
Going back to Percy Sledge, take time to know her. I take time to know someone, right?
Yes,
I really take time to know someone.
Sure.
And now you understand the dynamics of dating someone who has a child.
Okay.
Because like one experience happened to me where I was with her, then the baby daddy came out of nowhere.
Ooh.
In fact,
Calling her?
yeah, calling her. Like we
Okay.
were there by the corner. Her house was just, right
a few
there.
houses away.
Yeah, the
sure.
baby daddy came and said he's here to collect the child.
Aye,
right?
Wenanjalo.
They went into the house, both of them. And then Kiyo Samo Kenya strap. When I says but busy by Lukisana gating. I was like, guys, this is why I call it quits.
Too young
this is
for this.
I'm too young for this.
Ngani.
This is trauma.
Yeah, you can't be stepping up, chief, to
It's
such
trauma.
lengths. Yeah.
And I said, like, it's trauma. So, those are the things. I think maybe I will grow up to understand that. But as of
Okay.
right now, I don't think I do have
You're
the
not
mental
there
capacity
yet.
to understand those kind of
Sure.
things.
But let me ask, Mo, how many of us do you think don't have living kids?
Living kids.
Yeah.
It's like guys
No.
who don't have kids.
Doesn't matter whether it's boy or girl. man.
Manalo, what are
Yeah.
you saying?
No, guys,
Living
because
kids.
Manala ring.
no, because there was a time where I went through a terrible ordeal,
Yeah.
where my daughter's it should be my second born daughter, right? But if it so happens that a guy meets girl,
Yeah.
and Abazi, but the girl actually has
Falls
a child.
pregnant and doesn't tell you.
Sorry, say it again.
Falls pregnant and doesn't tell you.
Yeah, or the child is terminated.
Okay.
And so you meet someone that has chosen to keep the baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like, someone that says, look, I will stand by this.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then someone falls pregnant and they don't. And then you meet that person. What's the difference? The other one just has a living child.
And the other one.
The other one's like, no, I'll stand for this. The
Yeah.
other one is like, nah,
Termination.
I'm going to
Terminator.
terminate.
I am.
I'm going to terminate.
I'll be back.
Right? So it happens more where you meet someone and it's like, okay, man, I've got a kid.
Yeah.
I chose to keep this child.
Okay.
But I'm sure if you were to ask, and then,
Is this
boy or girl?
was this your first pregnancy? With this child, with this living child, was it your first pregnancy?
Or even, have you ever fallen pregnant?
Yeah.
Don't ask if you have a child. Just
Yeah.
ask Guti, man,
Have you fallen pregnant?
have you ever felt pregnant?
I'm pregnant. You are pregnant. I'll tell you who said that. But I hear you, Mr. B.
Yeah, because
I hear you.
Nagimi, I'm like, okay, ngomthetho. There was a time where I'm like, okay, I don't have a kid. But I'm like, no. If my child was still alive before we terminated,
So you've had that experience where
I went through it. It's
crazy,
Like,
Mr. B.
at the time, I couldn't even drive. So, my brother drove me. Mary stop. But
While she was about to terminate.
yeah, it was
it was
trauma.
an entire thing.
It was trauma, right?
man.
So,
It was an entire thing.
so we say this. We
Yeah.
say we don't have kids.
Sure. I know. I don't.
Maybe.
Aye. I'm a putayenze.
Hey guys, hey guys, I don't want to reveal like things that we've like right.
We
but
do
I,
them.
No, I don't. I don't.
Respectfully, so I'm saying, look,
Sure.
most of us either siske mates or samitis, but there's no living child.
Yeah.
Come on, you do have a child.
Yeah.
Nah.
No, not you.
Oh, like. Oh. And like,
I mean, some of us we do hear babies
cage.
cry. I mean, we
No
do
pun
hear babies
intended.
cry.
That's funny. That's funny. But there are some. Okay, there's a voice note. Before we continue, there's a voice note that came through, and I think this one is from Mr. Mongs. Mr. Mongs had something to say, and let's quickly listen, and we'll get in, or rather, continue engaging with that.
We can't hear Mr. Mongs. Is the voice note playing?
It is. Okay.
Play the voice note.
The voice note is playing.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's on my side. No,
Yes.
everything is
So while
good.
you're still, working on the voice note, the question still stands. What's one thing you swore you'd never do, and you find yourself as a grown-up and you're doing that? You swore that you would never have a late-night snack because it is unhealthy to do so, and then you grow up, you're an adult, you're a parent, and then you find yourself having some late-night snack, right? We are still, discussing about that. We're still breaking down in terms of the shockers, the psychologists, what they have found in terms of, when it comes to priorities change, right?
Sure.
When we grow up. But we will get deeply into that later. As of right now, let us listen to what Mr. Mongs had to say.
Yes, sir.
You know that Bible quote from Corinthians, right? When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. So I put away the childish thought of thinking that going down on a woman was gross when I became a man and learned how pleasurable it is, not only for a woman, but actually for the man as well. That's the one thing that I never thought I would do.
Batong. Mongs.
Ooh, what don't you
That's gross, bro.
Oh, okay. Sheesh. Hey, I don't.
Go down.
He just reminded me of the song Bird. Kamu. And Kamu would react as.
Yo, Mr. Mongs,
hey.
that is so strong.
MGM, my brother. Sheesh, man. That's MGM the Grand.
Yo, man.
And shout out to him. He's engaging, he's watching. So this is the producer, the engineer that I mentioned last week, Thursday, if you are hanging out with me, that that I've been working with him, and I was with him in the studio yesterday. So the song that we're working on will firstly play right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, only and exclusively before it's released to anyone else. So I call him Mr. Mongs because, that's just me. But his name is MGM the Grand because he's commenting now saying, bro, I'm not Mr. Mongs. I'm president by name only. I'm anonymous for a reason. I see you, MGM. I see you.
I mean, imagine our president, right? Telling you, Uti, guys, in order for us to have a better country, men, you must just go down.
Just go down.
You must eat the muffin.
It's a pleasurable thing.
It's a pleasurable
thing to do, right?
I see our former president saying something like this.
Saying like that.
Yeah. But not directly.
Jay-Z.
Yes, I see him. That guy, Chief, that guy has no filter. That guy's not scared, Chief. That guy's not scared whatsoever.
Jay-Z. I don't think Jay-Z is capable.
He wouldn't say it directly.
Yeah.
But he is capable. Yeah. I think he has the ability to do it. Not the Tamalela but there are quite a few things that are interesting that are coming out, right?
Yeah.
And psychologists note that as we age, our priorities shift, right? What once felt unnecessary or even embarrassing can become practical. Very, very related to what MGM just mentioned, that when I was a child, I thought in a childish way. Like the guy I mentioned, rest in peace, Penny. Penny would say, because you're coming from a naive place, right? And they could also become comforting or even essential. A 2024 lifestyle survey found that nearly 68% of adults admitted to adopting habits they once mocked. That's 68% of adults admitting that they have adopted habits that they once mocked. From budgeting apps to reality TV Binges, right? It's not just about changing taste. It's about adapting to circumstances, responsibilities, and the rhythms of modern life.
You know, I've always mocked being behind cam because I'm someone that is still working on it because I'm a very shy person.
Sure.
Right? And that's something that I swore. Because I was telling offense yesterday, being in front of the cam was the last thing I had in my mind.
Oh, that you thought you would. Okay.
My dream was to have an office job, get a suit, to get drive a BMW. That's all I had in my mind. So I swore to myself that I would never do TV. I would never do radio in my life.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
But here am I. And another thing, I think we need to also come with positive things because sometimes you swore that I would never stop working on myself.
Okay.
Right?
I'd never stop working on myself.
Never stop working on yourself.
I see you.
I mean, so some of the environments and conditions that we grew up, they actually prevented you to become the best version of yourself.
Okay.
I never thought in 2026 I will be speaking English, guys.
Okay, or
yeah. But now if you go out and experience that there are good things that can shape you into becoming, the greatest version of you.
Yes.
You stick by those things because those are your principles. And now when you grow up and start to explore, that's when you start, learning about how other people also do things, how they live their life.
Sure.
And now we start having these things. Hey guys, I swear that I would never date this person. I swear that I would never eat this. Maybe you can swear that you would never eat ube and dewe. You understand?
I don't think I would swear on something like that.
Okay.
But I would never eat ube and dewe.
Try it, man.
No, thanks.
Would you date a fab woman? Fabulous woman, like
Fab.
This mama, man, that's
Like,
P-H-A-T.
Yeah.
P-H-A-T. These boys are so funny.
No.
I have once, not necessarily like that.
How big?
Not too big. Not too big. Because I don't think I swore by it, but it's something I just. I think swore is a strong term in this instance for me, but I just told myself because I know what I like and I know what I don't like, and so I just didn't think that I would find myself engaging someone who but she was she was very
great.
cool. She was cool,
Yeah,
and we got along very nicely.
We did personalities.
They've got a nice personality.
They're warm,
personalities.
The warm, very warm individuals.
I don't date personalities.
Have you ever sworn that you'd never date older?
Older?
Yes.
Older would never. Guys. I would never. I think till today I swear on cam.
What's older? Let's maybe define what older is, because I think it varies from individual to individual or from guy to guy. Right? For instance, Nokinase. Said, I don't want to say admitted, but he did tell us that he has always been attracted to slightly older ladies. Right? So do you swear that you would never date older?
Yo, guys, I swear. I think also with how I observed in my family, right, the dynamics, because I never had a sister, right? So I would understand how a 35-year-old, if I had a sister who's like 35, who's like 30 years, I would understand how they act towards things.
So you wouldn't date a girl who's as old as your sister?
If someone is 35, like they're my mother. That's my mom, bro.
Your mother is 60 something.
I know her, yes, but that's how I feel each and every time when someone is dating someone who's older than them. It's like, dude, why are you dating your mom?
Okay.
Right? So that's why I swear, I would never.
You'd never date
they can
older.
come with humility, personality, money, I would never, because I know where I stand in that personally when it comes to dating. I would never date an older woman.
Oh, wow.
I would never.
Oh, wow. Very interesting.
You can do whatever. Pay me, give me money, it's fine. I'll eat the money, but I won't eat you.
Do you think maybe you haven't met the right older lady?
Right older lady? Yeah. I've met a lot of right older ladies.
You sure?
I've met a lot.
Come with MooCee Mist. I'll plug
lot.
You. Come with MooCee. Come here out with MooCee Mist. Remember last week Sunday? The vibes, they're all there. Well, maybe that event was not a good introductory way for you to experience that vibe.
Yeah.
Schema MooCee Mist in time. Stick by me. Hang out with me, Chief. I will. Right? That's why I get it. Maybe you haven't met the right older lady. I'm not condoning that. Please don't think. This is not me plugging or condoning that.
One influence.
This is not me trying to influence or condone Mr. Mo to go for slightly older ladies. But here's the twist, right? The very things we once rolled our eyes at are now part of our daily routines. Studies show that people in their late 20s and 30s are most likely to inherit habits from their parents. For instance, like checking grocery specials or complaining about traffic. Right? Meanwhile, digital trends reveal that apps once dismissed as for kids are now dominated by adults. TikTok, as an example, reports that over 40% of its users are over the age of 30, which is funny. When I came across this was funny.
Yeah.
TikTok reports and has given out a report that over 40% of its users are over the age of 13.
It's tough out there.
All right? And so, yeah, man, the tension lies in the gap between who we thought we would become and who we have become now in our lives today.
To add on the TikTok one,
sure.
A lot of adults, first time when they were introduced to TikTok, all they saw was dance challenges, and they were like, "We would never participate in this."
TikTok, yes, sir.
But now this stats is based on adults who give motivation to kids who need the motivation. You know, what TK so yang thola bambi unbambable.
Yeah.
Clap so it.
Clap 808.
Yeah, show people some give people motivation, show them that whatever that you're going through in life, guys, you're still going to experience more than what you're going through, especially the younger ones, right?
Sure.
Because these young ones, they feel like life is just in the tip of their fingers everywhere they go.
Sure.
But there is more to explore. So elders will come, those over the age of 30,
sure,
will come and advise us and talk to us, which we like the content. We like the content. And right now, even older ladies at the age of 60 to 65. They're jumping onto TikTok.
That's not an older lady. Motswadi, stop it. Mama, obatlamo TikTok. You know those old women who dance on TikTok. What are you doing?
They're hopping on a dance challenge.
What are you doing?
Hopping on a dance
challenge. Like, no.
I mean, I wouldn't blame her.
I'm not against it, but no, Motswadi, no.
She's exploring her inner child.
60 plus, close to 70, inner child.
Imagine, Pella, they were chased with dogs. Kadi rhino. Like, let them
Kadi
be.
Rhino. That's funny.
You knew when a rhino came, Kabu Yellow, and they said whatever they said. Hey, you muhu, whatever. Our parents ran away. Let's give them a chance. It's a TikTok account. And let her hop on these dance challenges. Right?
Yes.
It's interesting to see them exploring their creative ways, whereby your mom is playing games on TikTok, watching videos, and also having...
Yeah, you can doom scroll and watch things, but don't post. Motswadi, no. Stop it, man. Hey, man.
Hashtag viral.
Hashtag FYP. Hashtag summer 2028 or 2026.
We're trendy sayang in Twitter.
Nahan.
Let's give them the chance, guys.
Very interesting stuff. So there are a few perspectives, right?
Yeah.
And there are two camps or two sides of the same coin. All right. The first one is that these are people who are for it.
Yeah.
And some of them argue that it's growth, right? It's proof that we're flexible, we're adaptable, and we're willing to embrace what works.
Yeah.
Habits like budgeting, meal prepping, or even early bedtimes can be seen as signs of maturity. And then there are those who are against it, right? And they see it as compromise, even resignation, right? They argue that adopting these habits means losing individuality, giving it a social pressure, or becoming boring adults. the truth probably lies somewhere in between. It's not about selling out, Mr. Mo.
Yeah.
It's not about selling out, but about finding balance between youthful ideals and adult realities.
Yeah.
Tell me, are you nay or yay? Are you for it? Are you part of the people who say that it is growth, it is maturity, or are you against it and say no, it's a compromise and you are going against the things that you once saw by or you declared?
I think I would take from both, right? And I know that you need to choose one.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not forced to choose one, but I think I'll take from both because when I look at the core values and principles, when we talk about principles, we talk about things that are deeply rooted, and for them to change, for them to migrate into something else, it's not really something that we can look into. So I would say it's the same thing as selling your soul into the industry, right? You swore that I would never take that record deal of whatever 4 million per year, 6 million per year, but now you're going against your own core values and core principles and saying I'm going to sign that record deal with that record company, then everything you have sworn is just gone midnight over a piece of paper.
Sure.
I know people who have not taken the deal because they felt like they're going against it. It's not growth. It's not now opportunities are starting to open up because they're telling you that no, you're not going to live your life the same. I'm like, no, guys, I love my life and I love how I am living, right? So I feel like, yes, I'm going to take the both of them and say, yes, it works depending on what the context is. And it doesn't work depending on what the context is, right? I'm not going to, compromise my values, my principles, because yes, she's a good lady, but
but she's older. I see.
You understand? I'm not gonna do that. So I think I'm gonna take from the both, man. Yeah.
But if you were to choose one, are you for it or are you against it?
I think I'm for it. I love growth. I love change.
So adapting to these...
Yeah, adapting to things. It's something that I enjoy most because...
Things that you swore by.
Yeah.
Once swore by, you adapt to them.
Yes, I give them chance, but I don't fully commit. Just like the one. If someone older than me comes, I would get to know the person, but I would never fully commit and say, this is the person. Yeah. Let me have, I love how they call it a, what do you call this thing? I get it. There is, why am I forgetting this? But it's a mental, what do you call it, man?
Mental block.
No.
I don't know.
Mental cause.
Okay.
Yes, the sexual cause, which people become physical, and there's mental cause.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
Sure.
Let's, break down things in terms of our understanding and reasoning and everything that has to do with that. Yeah, that's what I can say.
I see you.
Yeah.
Very interesting
with you?
stuff.
Yeah, your name.
I'm nay, man.
Yeah.
I'm nay, Mr. Mo.
Disagree.
Yeah, no, man. We can't be taking on things that we once swore that we would never do. Look, I've done it myself. But I've I don't know, like stick to your guns.
Yeah.
Stick to your guns. And stand by what you once saw by.
Yeah.
It's not a compromise. No, stick to your guns. So I'm not for it. I don't think I'm for it like that.
When the world goes that way,
Chief, stick to your guns. Stand.
You go that way.
No, stand where you say you are standing. Stick to your path.
Yeah.
Right? Stick to the path that you chose. I get you chose this. No one coerced you. No one forced you. No one said anything to you. There was no gun to your head. Right? So stick to your guns, Mr. Mo. I at least think so.
Yeah.
This thing of saying, I feel like to a certain extent or on some level, it is somewhat of a justifier of some sort, of saying, we are growing up, we are mature.
It's growth, guys.
One understand?
Yeah.
So for me, no. I'm really not for it like that. But yeah, I want ideally, in an ideal world, I think this is how it would work for me. All of us, we stick to our guns. We stick to what we said we would never do.
Yeah.
We said you'd never date an older lady. How? We're not to silly baby mama. This lady now is your baby mama, and she's like 12 years older than you, chief. Oh, and when you swore to us, you told the gents, I'd never date an older lady, right? Oh, we're not to go to where no. Manje mo kwenzakalani mfethu. Manje so like what happened? Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Growth, Buffy.
Exactly. Do you see where I feel like? Do you see where I'm coming from when I say I feel like it's somewhat of a justifier to an extent, on some level, you know? That's just me.
I hear you.
But there are those who say whether it's sipping instant coffee, this thing, guys. Whether it is sipping instant coffee, all right, or binge watching soapies, or saying kids these days, hey, my 2000, you know how we say that, or how they say that as 90s, we gotta get a 90, how they say it,
my 1K,
all right. These shifts remind us that life reshapes us in ways we don't always expect. Our nevers often become our always. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's evidence of growth, adaptation, and the humor of being human. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing if you go against your nevers. It's not a bad thing. I'm not judging you. I've done it myself. There are nevers that I've boycotted myself. You know, that I've went back on. But I think in an ideal world, I would much prefer that I personally, firstly for me, I stick to my guns. And I know it's not easy, you know, especially when things are difficult and it starts getting warm, gaseous. And you're like, I wanna go back, or I wanna now take another path. I wanna redirect, you know. So yeah, man, that those are some of the perspectives that we find in our society. So what's the one thing that you swore you would never do, but now you find yourself doing all the time? Is it a guilty pleasure, a survival tactic, or simply a sign of growing up? I would love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, your opinions, and everything else in between. Down the number 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. All right? And it's about identity, irony, and the shared laughter of realizing we're all more alike than we thought. And maybe, just maybe, that's what makes life relatable. I can't wait to hear from you. We've been talking for a good second now, and what I want us to do is quickly go pay our bills, rehydrate, grab a glass of coffee, a glass of water, or a cup of coffee, and then you and I and the rest of the Vooka Nation and the Vooka team will see each other right after this one. Cool stuff.
boy with a country swing. First we went from the court to the bikes, back to the course of my younger days. Lived through it all, but still nothing changed. Forever be me till I'm in the grave. Face on my problems, don't run away. Stand on my feelings, don't need a chase. Just shoot me straight. I'm like an acrobat, a circus act, like they got me in a cage. I could go tit for tat, the gift, the gap, but can't give it to the hate. I'ma just tip my cap and dip right back to my little happy place. Back on the 9 to 5 again. Steady just working for Saturday. I've been going through the motions, trying to find my way. Never notice if you notice, so I smile and wave. All dry, stay focused, setting my little pace. And now all I have to say, I was the boy with the plan, that turned me into a man. And man, I keep winning and winning again. Whoops, I did it again. On business is right where I stand. Never been slipping on sand. And man, I keep winning and winning again. Whoops, I did it again. I was the boy with the plan, that turned me into a man. And man, I keep winning and winning again. Oops, I did it again. On business is right where I stand. Never been slipping on sand. And man, I keep winning and winning again. Oops, I did it again. Oh man, there he goes again. Every quarter records rolling in. Then the quarters get to rolling in. Turning change right to paper. Turning paper to the banks. I can't lie, so I can save it. So I slip some in the safe, throw the key away. Mama been worried, but she knows where I've been. I've been grinding down dirty, stay awake till I can. Swear I'm tired, been hurting, but I stick to the plan. All my life, I ain't worried, leave the earth where I stand. I've been going through the motions, trying to find my way. Never notice if you notice, so I smile and wave. All dry, stay focused, setting my little pace. And now all I have to say, I was the boy with the plan, that turned me into a man. And man, I keep winning and winning again. Whoops, I did it again. On business is right where I stand. Never been slipping on sand. And man, I keep winning and winning again. Whoops, I did it again. I was the boy with the plan, that turned me into a man. And man, I keep winning and winning again. Oops, I did it again. On business is right where I stand. Never been slipping on sand. And man, I keep winning and winning again. Oops, I did it again.
Still hang out with us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network. Brought to you by the Blinko Network. Coming to you live from the Vooka studios right here in the heart of Soweto, Top Santon. Spending some great quality time with myself, the one and only MOOCee Mist. My name is MooCee Mist, and I'm excited and I'm happy to be in your presence on a Tuesday morning, the 10th of February 2026. Keep sharing your thoughts, your opinions, and everything else in between. Use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. You can also keep interacting and engaging with us on our WhatsApp line. Dial the number 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. So what I want us to do very quickly is go back to our first news headlines with Moeketsi Maimani, right? But before we get to that, a few comments have already come through right there on our YouTube comment section. Firstly, we have Miss Q Rams. Miss Q Rams saying, good morning, Vooka Nation. Happy Tuesday and wishing you a great day ahead. Hello, Miss Q Rams. How's it going? Right? Mam Tembi, hello Mam Tembi. Mam Tembi says a very good morning, Vooka team, Vooka Nation and Underground Radio DBN team. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Sivukile. President by name only comes through saying, morning guys, shout out to MooCee. Hey, shout out to you, President by name only. Mam Tembi also comes back and she says, wishing you a wonderful, blessed Tuesday ahead. Stay safe and take care of yourselves. Hashtag rise and shine. I love that. Take care of yourself also, Mam Tembi. And then President by name only comes through and he says, I have no kids that I know of. He says he has no kids that he knows of. So are you hinting that maybe perhaps there are kids that you have, but you just don't know them? I don't know. Come through and talk to us. He comes back and he laughs. And then Miss Q Rams says, Anonymous's voice, Anonymous voices, it goes well with what he's talking about. That's funny. That's funny, Miss Q. And then he comes back, President, and he says, me, I don't mind age as long as she's not underage. Okay, that's a good one. I like that. And we can actually stretch the underage. Anything under the age of 22, guys, like, what are we doing? Like, no. Modeling moting, like, what are we doing? Anything under the age of 22, what are we talking about? Like, and you know what my thing is, guys? My thing is, let's take being in between the sheets away from the table. If we put that aside and we don't engage, or you guys don't engage, can you actually like hold down a 3-hour conversation with a 21, 22-year-old? That's where I'm coming from with that one, you know? So yeah, anything 22 and younger, no thanks, guys. I'm going to bring it to my circles, and my circles are people who have like 2 kids, people who are planning financial what, and like, long understand, we're thinking ahead, we're doing bigger things, man. And then this lady has to sit with those people. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are they going to talk about? So that's where I'm coming from with that one. Miss Q comes back and she says, I can relate to more. I would never date an old man. No, they kind of disgust me. Sorry. That's funny. That's funny,
like,
Queen.
But old as in like Mantashe, old, or like,
I think old and young
years.
is subjective to each of us.
No, but I want to know
from
are
her.
we talking about Tukwede?
Okay.
Or are we talking?
Yes.
You know.
Gwede has what?
Gwede has minerals. Nama mineral, Gwede Mantashe.
I mean, after a night of drinking, you lose a lot of electrolytes. That's minerals.
Yeah, but guys, older people, man. I mean,
what's
like,
old? Mo, what's old to you? Let me ask Mo, and then Queen also has to come back and tell us what old is her, like means to her for her.
So
what's old? Mo?
I would say old for me is 40. Right.
Okay, so you'd never date a 40-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, even below
what's your?
You see, normally I would say
exactly.
Someone says I 40, I'm like, oh, so what's
39? Exactly.
That's the problem.
Because I was about to say that as well. So okay, let's say your age, the
so
range.
For me is
your range
40 up until 40 downwards up until my age. I would never. 40 upwards, I would never. That's how it is. Anything below my age.
Yeah, okay, so
anything above my age.
So yes, that's what I'm asking.
Above my age.
Yeah, so 28 is above your age.
Anything above my age.
So you never dated a 28-year-old?
I would never.
Oh my God.
That's my sister. I won't date my sister.
So you wouldn't date someone who's 2 years older than you?
2 years older than me.
Yeah, that's 28. That's 2 years.
No, that's too much.
Okay, what is your dating range?
Anyone older than you?
Anyone older than me.
Yeah.
So 27-year-old you'd never date?
I would never date a
27.
Yeah,
lying.
So 40.
I would never.
Exactly.
So I'm making a practical example.
So you only date girls who are the same age as you.
Below my age.
What's below? And how far? How
1
far
year
below?
older than them. 2 year older than them. And
what's below your age?
In mathematics, we say equal to or less than your age.
Yes. More, exactly. You are 26 this year in August. Right?
A lot of girls that have...
Wait, you're 26 this year,
dated.
Right? You're 26 again this year.
I am 26.
Yes, you're
turning 26. Yeah.
Right. Are you saying you wouldn't date someone who was born in 99?
99?
Yes.
I would never date
that person is turning
27. They're turning 27 years.
Okay, you'd never date them.
I would never date
You
them.
swear and you declare it.
I declare.
On national...
Guys,
broadcasting.
Since I've been
It's not even national, it's
international broadcasting.
Since I've been Mo, I've never dated someone who's older than me.
Okay.
When I was 19, 21, I've never done a 21-year-old. I've never done a 20-year-old.
Okay, now
when I was 19, I was dating
how far
at
younger?
my age.
How far younger? By how many years? Where do you cap it? I cap it at like 8 years.
8 years older than you.
Older and younger. I cap it at 8.
8 years older
like
than
proper
you.
dating. I don't mean
So
mingling.
in other words,
like I mean like proper like rautwana, like we
Sure,
are
but-
here, you and I are here.
So in other words, you could date someone who's 8 years younger, ne?
Yes.
Manje.
I get I'm 20.
And then you guys break
I'm
up.
26 this year. I get like more.
5, yeah.
Yes.
You did a
You're
19-year-old.
26.
I'm turning 26 in
So
September.
8 years younger.
Yes.
Right. So that's 17.
Okay, no. Younger, no. No.
Okay,
no.
but anyway,
But yes.
let's just say. So you're saying you could break up today,
Yeah.
and then go for someone 8 years older.
Sure.
So, in other words,
25 plus 8.
yeah, but like when you go
33.
older, so now you're adding a 16-year difference from your previous girlfriend. Does that make sense?
Okay, I get you.
So you're saying you're comfortable with that? Think about it.
Yeah,
Think
yeah,
about
yeah.
it. Where man,
Yeah.
you're dating a 20-year-old.
Sure.
And you're like, nah, 10 years older, 10 years younger. It means you can go from a 20-year-old
To a 30-year-old.
No, because that's still.
I guess 10 years older than my previous girlfriend. So she's 20
Yes.
and then 10 years older than her.
Yes, so that's 40.
No, 10 years older than 20. Not 20 years. That's 20 years.
Okay, but okay, let's just say for argument's sake you are 30 years old. ne?
Sure.
30. Your ex is 10 years younger.
Which is 20
Which is
years.
20, right?
Yeah.
So if you say 10-10
Yeah.
up and down, it means you can move from
Yo.
a 20-year-old to a 40-year-old.
Year old.
Because remember, you are the base mark in the middle.
Jesus. Look, I mean, I also feel like when looking into the incentives, because now I have my own way of doing things. I don't do things because people do them. I have friends who've dated older women. I've never yearned. I've never wished that I can find myself there. So in the stage where I am, yes, I do date, and when I date, it's like exploring who I am. How am I around certain people of age? And when I turn 30 years old, that's when, yes, 25 would make sense for me.
Okay, now you're
26
26.
years old.
How far back? Where do you cap it for you?
For now.
Yeah. And how many? 4 years.
Yeah, 4 to 5 years.
4 to 5
Yeah,
years.
I
So
wouldn't
extreme
say
is
someone-
5 years.
Yeah,
So
you.
6 minus 5 is 21.
Yeah.
So 21-year-old is where you cap it. You would date a 21-year-old.
Yeah.
Moving upward.
Yeah.
Till 26.
Yeah, 21
Nothing.
year for me now makes sense.
Nothing over 26.
Nothing over
Okay,
26
that's
years.
interesting.
For me, a 21-year-old would make sense.
Okay.
Now.
Yeah. And
Right.
younger than 21. No.
Younger than 21, nah, that's young.
Over than 26. No.
No.
So you date younger basically.
Yeah. well, not to say it's an
bad way.
But I said
intentional
it come
of.
mathematics.
Yeah. You date
Equal
younger.
to or less than? Equal to.
I you said you'd never. When are you declared?
Less than.
One international breakfast show.
It's
Yeah.
equal to and less than.
Yeah.
Equal to
And less than.
and less than.
Yeah.
But not above.
Yeah. Age is not just a number for me. It's very
something.
important. It's something. Yeah. So if I will date someone older than me, I feel like there's some things that I would miss out that I want to learn at my own given time.
Okay.
100%.
Right. So I feel like I should do things the way I am comfortable at doing them. Yes, there are beautiful people out there. There are, amazing people out there, but I would never compromise or sacrifice my level of growth because I love someone or I am attracted to someone else.
So in 2 years you're gonna be 28.
Yeah.
And you meet an amazing 30-year-old girl.
Amazing. You are amazing. Thank you so much.
And you don't know that she's 30. And you guys engage.
I ask.
No, let's
I
say you
don't
guys
play.
engage.
I ask, guys.
And age is the last thing that you want to talk about. You know those
Yeah.
have you been like in those kinds of conversations where you meet someone and you guys just
So
you vibe and
let's
you click?
do this, ne? Because I feel like it's a wired thing and a program thing.
Okay.
In my family, like the whole family, like I don't have an uncle that has a wife that's older than him. Like I don't. Most of them, it's 5 years gap or 10 years gap or maybe 15 years gap.
Okay.
Most of them. So I grew up around those people. I saw that. And for me, it has felt like it's the right thing to do. So doing something outside of that, because I also implicated it on my own core values and principles to say it's fine. I believe in dating someone who's younger than me. Because now when we are younger, there is a gap that, it will make sense in terms of both understanding each other,
Okay.
even with growth.
Okay.
Because when I date someone who's 30 years right now, after 10 years, she'll look more like my sister or my aunt.
Okay.
That's the
so
problem.
when I maybe not khurutiwa, but it's a family thing.
Yeah, I'm
in your
teta
family, you don't date older.
Yeah, I'm teta.
Okay, it always has to be.
Yeah, it always has to
You're
be.
missing out,
Like
Chief.
you wouldn't go and lobola someone who's older than you.
You're missing out.
Like take your money,
What
boy.
you're missing out?
Hey, you're
Missing out from what? I'm not missing.
Come
out.
with MooCee Mist. I'll plug you. Hey,
There's
guys,
there's
I'm
FOMO
kidding.
and there is JOMO.
I'm kidding.
Do you know what's
Jomo?
JOMO?
When I make it,
It's the joy of missing out.
Jomo.
I have the joy of missing
Hey, guys,
out.
Moeketsi always makes up these.
I
terms.
enjoy missing out things,
Trust
guys.
me, you're missing out.
I am not.
I'm kidding.
missing
Hey
out
guys,
anything.
MooCee Mist is dating older girls.
Se re go bone.
But there is comments that are coming through. People are enjoying this dating thing and things that we saw that we'd never do, right? Miss Q Rams comes back and she says, no more than 10 years older, Mr. B. So that's Q. That's Miss Q.
Right,
Yeah.
so that's not Bokwede.
Yeah, no.
It's more like Paul Mashati.
Yeah.
So
Paul is old, Chief.
Paul is old.
Yes.
Paul is old.
No Queen.
He
Do
was
you think
turning
Paul
50 something.
is Paul Mashatile younger than 48 years?
He's 50
Exactly.
something. He was growing. I remember they were
This is just
celebrating his
me
birthday.
assuming. Exactly. This is just me assuming,
Yeah.
Queen. I don't know what your age is.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're comfortable with revealing your age. But I'm assuming that Queen
No,
is...
she did last year.
Did she?
When she was growing up, she said she's 36, if I'm not mistaken.
36, 37.
Yeah, so
10 years is about...
46.
If we stretch it, about 47.
I mean, like,
48. If we
Yeah.
stretch it.
so you know what I would normally say to Abantu?
Yeah.
But 10 years. It's okay. But what if you meet someone whom you love? Mthanda, yonke into
Marum
You just
dala.
happen to be 12 years old.
Aye, guys.
That's what I'm asking more.
Aye.
You see, but okay, maybe I might.
Maybe.
Aye.
So it means
Guys.
Are you
she might
compromising?
go for a 50-year-old.
Yo, 50. Imagine, but
It
Mamudi.
means
When
that.
for
It means
another, that's
Aye,
ridiculous.
50.
For when now, it's ridiculous.
It is
for,
ridiculous.
For Mr. P,
But-
it's not too far
But
off.
Mofuni tender, what do you do?
Tender.
Yeah,
With the
like-
50-year-old.
I almost said something. That's funny.
But like, you know,
Tender
you-
loving
she-
care with the 50-year-old.
Yeah, she'll-
Hey guys,
She'll
people.
plug you, she'll
I mean,
plug
there's
you.
ages whereby we just share each other's problems, guys. I mean, there's no enjoying
And
50
benefits
years.
as well.
Yeah, because I feel like there's a gap. So what I'm experiencing here with a lot of AMA 1K, right? It's a huge gap because with you guys, yes, it is comfortable.
Which guys? How do you guys give them a Bobanele? Botura. Okay, just saying you guys give them a. Please don't include me in.
So guys, people or adults at the age who were born before year 2000, guys, right now we are experiencing this whole era in a very different way, right? And like dating someone older than you guys, like it feels very weird. That's why
For you-
2000 people who are born after the year 2000, they would go for someone who was born before 2000.
So it feels weird for you. Right?
Yeah, so I wouldn't date someone who was born in the year 2000 and, well, not 1998, 1997. Like, I wouldn't do that. So that's why there's a gap in terms of how, you know, the gang who was born in the 1990s, how they experienced, you know, the whole era. It was too different. For them, it was lovey-dovey. Now there's no lovey-dovey, guys.
What?
Like for our generation, there's no lovey-dovey. There's so many incentives people put in to make up a relationship, right?
Yes.
That's why my friends, they go to my 1K because my 1K I understand. My generation doesn't play because they have learned and whatever that my 1K were doing, they do it times 10. If the 1K want a 10 rand, the 2K is going to want 30 rands or 40 rands, right? Because now they're being influenced by wrong things. I mean, back in the days, there was no social media. You know, you would go to your friend, visit your friend.
They had mixed seats.
You know,
They had mixed seats.
with your long trousers and whatever that was happening.
They
You
had
know,
mixed seats.
Things have changed now.
No, but they had mixed seats though.
Mixed seat.
Yes, they had mixed it. I don't know.
Yeah, mixed it was only words. Was there a picture in mixed it? Would you
Yes,
send
there-
someone a picture?
there was.
Videos?
They say they was. I don't
Video-
know. But But I don't know. But nice comments coming through. People are still engaging with us, right? President by name only says, Miss Q Rams came through and she says, not more than 10 years, Mr. B. She's 36 and then she says, I'm 36. Yes, more, you pay attention. So I remember her saying something like that as well. Queen. Anyway, so nothing over 36, 46, 47, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
So 50, she would never do it, like she says, Mr. B. And then President by name only says, Miss Q, you've been exposed to the worst of older men.
How old is Mongs?
But 10 years is my limit as well. So President by name only, how old are you, my brother?
How old are you?
Let's ask you, how old are you?
Yeah.
If you're saying, is it 10 years older and younger, or just for the older and there's a different number for younger? I don't know. You tell us. And then Zinzi comes through. She says, the older you get, you realize, the older you get, you realize that a huge age gap is not a deal breaker, especially if intellectually you understand each other and have your priorities in sync. What do you have to say?
No,
this is Zinzi saying
this.
I mean, you guys understand her, right? And coming from my own
understanding. You guys give a man.
Let me explain.
The people
like
who are in her age group, they understand, because now I'm not in a level of understanding that, age gap when met with intellectual capacity, it makes sense.
Okay.
For me right now, it really doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Because our priorities, our priorities will be way too different.
Like
way too
you
different.
mentioned your uncle, ne? Sometimes there's a 15-year
age gap, yeah.
So obviously, I mean, if we were to take that to go to 15 years, it means potentially your wife is 10 years old right now, right now. But when you fast forward where you are now 50 years old and you meet a 35-year-old, it makes sense.
Okay.
I know. 15 years, guys.
Guys, it makes sense. Like, if I'm
when you're older, it makes sense.
If I'm unmarried at the age of 50, 35.
But in 15 years.
So that's the thing where I'm coming from.
Okay, you are 50 years old now, ne?
Okay, with a 35-year-old.
Okay, sharp.
He wants a 48-year-old.
No, I'm not judging. I'm just saying.
I'm asking. So you're 50 now, ne?
Sure.
How low would you go?
50. 12 is cap. And that's extreme.
But what's the difference between 12 and
there is absolutely there's an extreme. There is. No, guys, this thing of rounding off, it's not. Are we saying the number 12 and the number 15 is the same thing?
They're not the same.
Exactly.
No, but age-wise.
Age-wise, the number plays a role.
Age-wise, we would normally say your age group, meaning that they fall into the same bucket.
The age group, exactly.
But this is me.
So 12 years.
This is me
my wife
stretching
that's 15 years younger than your wife that's 12 years younger. Your age group is
it's the same age group.
Yes, sure. I'll grant you that. Sure, but it's not the same.
Mari, look,
it's not the same.
They have the same life problem.
Similar.
Yeah, I mean,
similar.
In 10 years,
similar.
It's not like the other
they
ones
can hang out. No, don't get me wrong. They can hang out.
They're in the working force, all of them.
They can hang out together. They're in the same
student.
Group. Sure. Yes. Right? I grant you that.
And when they
completely.
go through menopause,
they will hang out.
Yeah.
They will see each other. But 12 for me, I always bring self to myself. I never generalize and speak across the board, right? And try to standardize these things and impose them to other people. For me, 12 at the age of 50, 12 would be me stretching it. I think I'm going to hold the 8 thing forever, probably. 10 is stretching it for me. Now, as a 25-year-old, if I were to date a 35-year-old now, that's stretching it. For me, and out of the date, we spoke about it on Friday. What are we talking about? Because it varies from individual to individual. It's a very subjective term, all right? So, like I mentioned on Friday, dating for me is, we're dating. You are hanging out with this person, getting to know them, and then tomorrow morning, you go out for breakfast with this person, and you're getting to know them. If we're talking relationship-wise, I would never be in a relationship with someone who's 10 years and older than me. I would never. I declare it. I stand on it.
That's older. What about younger?
I would never be in a relationship with someone who's 10 years and younger than 10 years.
So in other words, you're
8 is me stretching it.
So you're
15
years old,
yes.
And then you would go for
10, a 40-year-old. That's me stretching it. 12 is even like an extreme. This person, her and I are here.
But I also
we were here.
I also feel like I can come in and say the same thing that you said to me in terms of me missing out. What if you meet someone who's 15 years older than you and 12 years older than you and you connect?
I would consider it. I would absolutely consider it.
For a relationship, not
yes,
dating.
I would consider it.
So you would do it?
I would consider. I'm choosing my words very carefully here. I would consider. I'm not using potential. I'm not using I would. I'm
you
saying
guys love each other.
I would consider. Because don't get me wrong, I'm 25 now. I've met girls that don't look their age and they are younger than me. They don't. My 2000 big babies, and this is not me trying to justify because I don't do manaba banyana. I don't.
It's the cheese, bro.
Right? I get promile bana. And this is a notion that I've held for a very long time, but even back in my Mzansi youth choir days. And you start talking to this person and you engage and it's like, okay. And then you get to the age conversation. Actually, how old are you? Like, how old do I come off? Okay, that's not too bad. How about you? You tell me. How old are you? Like, I'm 21. I'm 20. I'm like, hey.
No go in.
Hey, what?
Come on, man, a 4-year difference.
I feel like in terms of understanding and making sense, it's an age group thing. Because for me right now, it still doesn't make sense, right? And it's understandable because yes, I swear, and when I grow up, now it starts to make sense that okay, I can date someone who is older than me.
It made sense to me why matric grade 11 girls would be attracted to a 21-year-old.
Yeah. So another reason why I can't date someone who's older than me is because I feel like as people, we are not the same in terms of, controlling ourselves, being tempted by things, right? I have brothers. I have a 36-year-old brother. I have a 30-year-old brother. Then I bring someone who's 36 years. Or someone who is 30 years.
Okay.
My brother was born.
Brother.
That's the thing.
Brother was told.
That's the thing. Because now, when they're having a conversation, it's going to be a thing. Okay, they kind of understand each other. And that's not what I want. Like, I don't want to be treated like a kid, guys. Like I'm an adult.
Do you think the same would?
I don't want to be treated like a child.
Do you think the same would apply if your 30-year-old brother comes home with a 26-year-old girl, and you guys start talking now?
Okay, 26 is like okay.
No. Using the same analogy.
No, take it down.
I know they wouldn't do it.
Using the same analogy.
More eligible to date.
Okay, let's say a 24-year-old.
22-year-old.
24-year-old.
Yeah.
24, because you date 26 and younger.
I know they
21.
wouldn't do it.
No, I'm just saying. I get it hypothetically, right? I mean, I know you would never do it, but
I mean, if hypothetically, if they do come with a 22-year-old, I mean, one thing I know is my dad really questions some of the moves and choices that we make. Why would you date someone who's this young? Like, even your mom was not this young, but why would you date someone who is 22 years?
Sure.
So I feel like at my house it won't happen. Like the chances of it happening, because my brother right now just paid lobola, and his wife,
everybody hypothetics,
is my sister.
Everybody hypothetics.
Yeah, hypothetics. If a 22-year-old come, it's fine.
I see you.
It's fine. I wouldn't, why would I? Because I get it now. I am 26, so why would I date a 22-year?
I get you.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
So very interesting stuff, guys. The conversation never ends right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, and we always love your engagement. What I wanted to very quickly do is go through some of the things that have occurred and taken place throughout the entirety of history. These are events and occurrences that I think some have contributed to how we view and some of our perspectives in life. And the first one that I have for you is that back in 1993, Michael Jackson talks to Oprah Winfrey, and this was aired on the ABC channel, right, or network, and it draws an astounding 39.9 rating. /56 share with 90 million people watching, which is a crazy thing. I mean, you can imagine back in 93, Oprah Winfrey and Michael Jackson were some of the biggest stars in the world, right? To this day, they still are. So 1993, primetime interview between Michael Jackson and Oprah Winfrey was a landmark television event, marking Jackson's first live interview in 14 years and offering rare insight into his personal life and his career. The broadcast from Neverland Ranch covered topics like childhood, vitiligo diagnosis, plastic surgery, rumors, and his loneliness despite the fame he had. That candid conversation captivated audiences worldwide, becoming the most watched interview in television history at the time, with 90 million viewers tuning in, cementing both Jackson's cultural impact and Oprah Winfrey's reputation as a master interviewer. Crazy work.
Yeah.
And then just a year before that, in 1992, Mike Tyson was convicted of raping Desiree Washington in Indiana. In February of 1992, former heavyweight champion Mike Tyson was convicted in Indianapolis of raping an 18-year-old. This person was Desiree Washington, a Miss Black America contestant, after she accused him of assaulting her in his hotel room the previous summer. The high-profile trial drew intense media attention, sparking debates about celebrity privilege, race, and sexual violence. Tyson was sentenced to 6 years in prison with 4 years suspended, ultimately serving 3 before being released in 1995. The case remains one of the most infamous celebrity trials of the era, reshaping public perception of Tyson's career and legacy.
Yeah.
Very interesting stuff. He actually to think that he actually did go to prison for a couple of years. That's very interesting for me, man. Talk to me, Mr. Mo.
Yeah, in terms of that each and every day there is a day that is being celebrated, whether it's national or international. So let's look into what are we celebrating today, because it is the 10th of February, and not forgetting that we are 4 days away from Valentine's Day.
Yes, sir.
Right, but before
and you said you're going on a date again.
I am going out to the boys' club.
With girls?
With boys.
Oh, Boujee.
Conference. No, it's men's conference. No, now you're putting it in some ways.
What way? Why are you projecting?
Like you can't say with men.
I'm saying you are
this.
connected.
No, we are connected as men. Men.
Yes, you are connected.
Not like, but yeah, anyways, let's look into what we are celebrating today. So today we are celebrating what we call SID, right? Also known as Safer Internet Day. It is a global awareness campaign held every year on the second Tuesday of February, promoting safer and more responsible use of digital technology, especially among children and young people. Originating in Europe, it has grown into a worldwide initiative with events in over 180 countries, encouraging schools, businesses, governments, and communities to collaborate on issues like cyberbullying, online privacy, misinformation, and digital well-being. Each year focuses on a theme such as the 2026 Smarter Tech Safe. Right? It talks to us to say we don't have to go on Tinder and look for older women. Use internet in a very safe way.
Why are you identifying Tinder?
Because it's a dating app.
Okay, but there are multiple examples you could have used.
Like what?
I don't know. How about people not visiting those sites?
I don't know any sites that you're talking about.
Incognito, guys.
Yeah.
Right. So
the ones that we spoke about yesterday.
Yeah, clear your cookies.
Having
accept.
Are you alone? As Africa.
Accept the cookies. I always accept cookies.
Accept only necessary.
I accept cookies, right? But yeah, safe internet, safer internet day. I think it speaks to most people, right?
Do you think people use their TVs to access those sites?
TV? That's wild. No, you need a rehab.
Well, guys, YouTube released a stat that over 50% of YouTube users are watching on their TVs.
YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. Yeah. So
it means
you've got YouTube on your phone.
on my iPad, on my tablet, on my laptop.
Right, but 50% of YouTube users, well, in the United States alone, right? But it's a growing number. They access YouTube on their TV.
Because now TVs are smart and you can access the internet and you can log into your Google account, your Samsung account,
and accept cookies.
Your iPad.
and accept cookies. So if you want to watch whatever you want to watch in its full glory, chances are you will do it on your TV.
Are you 18 years or older?
Exactly.
Are you alone? I'm a pics i5
I mean, even now, some people are starting to even plan, their Valentine's Day. So use the internet in a safe way. Wisely.
Yes,
because I think the chances of you getting scammed with some of the deals and searching for things that might help you on the day, I mean, use your internet safe. Search on things that are important. Just search about the Madlanga Commission or something else. Don't search about
the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Search the Vooka Breakfast
Search
Show.
Underground Radio.
It's more safer.
Download the app.
It's more safer.
Search Vooka Daily. www.vookadaily.co.za.
Yeah.
You'll be guaranteed a great experience. Don't stop searching these things that want necessary cookies.
Yeah.
No, guys, they won't help you.
Another interesting one that I always find these days very weird to celebrate is National Umbrella Day.
Hey, I always carry an umbrella.
You carry an umbrella always, right? So this day is celebrated annually on February the 10th in the United States, honoring one of the world's most practical inventions. The day recognizes the umbrella's dual role as protection against rain and sun, while also highlighting its cultural and fashion significance across centuries. From ancient parasols in China and Egypt to modern collapsible designs, umbrellas have evolved into both functional tools and stylish accessories. The observance often sparks fun, trivia, social media posts, and retail promotion. So celebrate your umbrella today. Carry an umbrella.
I'm always carrying my umbrella.
Because of this temperature, I also do, because it's too much, guys. Yeah, the sun is very hot, right? So people need to have umbrellas. Where do people buy umbrellas?
This one I bought back in 2017 and I've been keeping it in fairly good condition.
Yeah.
So I bought it just next to the mall outside. Those vendors, the street vendors outside our local mall, ShopRite.
Yeah.
Libizaka Dobsonville Mall. Guys, like a ShopRite. I mentioned last week, we refer to it as ShopRite. So I bought it out here because I needed to go somewhere. And I was walking. And so, saw umbrellas and I bought this one.
There's a lot of people umbrellas have helped a lot of people to get closer to their partners, right? Because you'll have someone who's shy walking with their girlfriend. You don't have an umbrella. She's there. You are here. Like you are walking in a distance. But once an umbrella gets open, the connection starts to be like this. Because we want to be under the shade.
Are you speaking from experience?
Yeah? No, I'm speaking. Guys talk, right?
You kill me. Your references today, you kill me.
Guys talk. When you open an umbrella, it's like, come under the shade.
That's funny, man.
It is, man. It is. And then, that we always aim to look at some of the inventions that have helped us in the modern era in terms of doing things and making life as convenient as it can. So today, what was invented, I don't know if it was
Not today,
but
it's an invention.
It's an invention that took place. So a disposable camera was invented. Also known as the single-use camera, a simple film cameras preloaded with a 35 millimeters film designed for one-time use and later processing. Popularized in the late 1980s by Fuji Films and Kodak, they became iconic in the 1990s and the early 2000s for their affordability. Have you ever owned a camera?
Absolutely.
You still have now?
No. I've owned a disposable one, a one-use camera.
Yeah.
This was back in 2007, 2008. Now I'm giving away my age, which is not that old because I'm 25 this year. Well, 26 this year. But I have
had like a camera.
Had and owned a disposable camera.
Yeah.
And I went to Westgate. Kodak at the time was not too far from Game. Game Ikakwa. It was Checkers here. It was Musica still at the time, Mr. B. You remember? Musica was front opposite Kodak there. Where Honano, I think it's Vodacom, I don't know. I haven't been to Westgate in a while. Is it MTN now? Yeah. So yeah, Kodak was there. There was a bookshop here, remember? Front opposite as well. Just at the curve, more. So it was Musica.
Books.
It was?
Books.
No. It was another name. I remember towards the late early 2000s.
Yeah.
It was brown. It had a brown aesthetic to it.
That's Books because opposite very exclusive. Oh no, it was CNA, sorry.
CNA.
And then up it was Books, and then when you turn that curve,
Musica, and then front opposite it was Kodak. Yeah, so I went and I watched my photos there.
I mean,
you know the feeling of Hokazalinep?
Are we talking about disposable cameras or film cameras?
So
it's film.
They were at the time, and I stand to be corrected. There were those that you could make use of time and time again. So you insert a new film, right? And then there were these one-use ones where you insert the film, you take your pictures, and then there's no reinserting another film. I had that one, which was the disposable one, and so Kodak kept those ones. I don't know why, and I don't know what they did with them, but they kept my camera.
Sorry, but that was the dumbest thing.
It was. The invention wasn't the greatest. Well, I wouldn't say dumb, but
10 years back, one of the ways of noticing if someone is old is when they have a cam around their neck. This one is born in the 1970s.
I had a digital camera as well, a Samsung digital camera.
You hanged it on your neck?
No, I didn't do that. But I did have it. I mean, the first time I went to Durban,
anything you see.
It was interesting, man. I took my matric dance photos with it. It got stolen, unfortunately. So my photos, I don't have them now, which is something very disappointing.
Famous, Chief.
Because
you'll see.
Nico's on it. Guys, I'm working on it. I'm working on being a celebrated individual now. So I think it's a cool invention, Mr. B. It was cool at the time because it made sense. Now, because we make use of the Canon and the Sony and all these other brands, now it looks like, why? But to get to where we are now, where we are digitalized like this, we had to go through that process. Sure.
My gripe is with the disposable part.
Disposable one. Okay, yeah. I see you. But on a day-to-day basis, we always celebrate the number of days. Today, it is the 41st day, and we only have 324 days remaining until we say goodbye 2026, hello 2027. Still remaining with 46 weeks to the end of the year. And as we celebrate the number of years, we also celebrate people who are born on this day. Some of those are celebrated individuals, which I'm working now. From this moment, I'm working towards being famous so that my matric dance photos can come back to me. One of those celebrities is Barry Sloane, who was born on this day back in 1981. He's 45 years today. He's an English actor who is best known for his roles in the series Pleasure's Land and The Mark of Cain. Right? Barry Sloane portrayed Captain Price in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, earning a BAFTA Games Award nomination.
Barry Sloane.
Sloane. You know there's a girl in Africa Rise who is Selwane.
No, I grew up with Selwane.
Selwane, I guess so to one is. Selwane. I don't know what it means, but I call her Sloane. Yeah, so I get the reference that you're making. I don't know that's not it. And then the other person celebrating their birthdays is Laura Dern, who was born back in 1967, 59 years today. She's an acclaimed actress known for Jurassic Park. Do you know Jurassic Park? Yeah. Blue Velvet, October Sky, and Fault Our Stars. I know her from Jurassic Park, the most recent one. The most recent
Blue
one.
Velvet.
Okay.
Blue Velvet.
I was smiling. What? Is it necessary?
Red Velvet.
Guys, Blue Velvet, you haven't seen it.
I know red one.
The movie's out to Baba. I'm a very young boy.
Yeah, but remember that movie? I'll tell you now. This lady's career got destroyed because of that role. Something of impact, but I'll remember it.
Double impact.
not a fun time. But it's this lady. She played this role where there was this scene where she was being interrogated.
Okay.
And then she wasn't wearing any underwear. And then after that, like her career just went. Okay, she
was
got
there
the limelight.
Was there slip on camera of her not wearing underwear?
Yeah, like it showed it on cam, right? But there was debate to go to him and guys don't publish this thing and all of that. But yeah, Blue Velvet,
is one of those movies.
Yeah, I think
It's graphical.
You remember back in the 2000s, volume on is on 1, and then you reduce the light and the brightness. And I've heard, I don't know, I've heard back in the day. Hey, Mo, I wish you could have experienced those kinds of TVs where you would reduce the brightness and the light, the backlight, and then the TV would be black and white, and the volume is on. And for some reason, it still makes noise, but the volume is on 1.
There's no remote.
Remember those TVs that you would wind like this, like it's a microwave? Those were funny, man. Those are interesting times to have been alive, man. To have grown up in, anyway, I think. But Laura Dern is the daughter of Bruce Dern and Diane Ladd, and she joined her parents with Hollywood Walk of Fame stars back in 2020. The last celebrity birthday we're covering this morning is Robert Wagner. Robert Wagner was born back in 1930 and is 96 years today. He is an American actor who became known for his starring roles on the TV series Heart to Heart, Switch, and It Takes a Thief. All right. Something very interesting about Robert Wagner is that he rose to fame in Heart to Heart, defining Hollywood's suave leading man across TV and film. Very, very, very interesting stuff. Anyone that you guys know who's celebrating their birthdays today? Mr. B, Mr. Mo, no one?
Nope, no one on your side.
No one on your side. But as the Vooka team, as the Vooka Nation, if there is someone that you know of who is celebrating their birthday today, tomorrow, or in the past couple of days, or in the next couple of days, we as the Vooka Nation, as the Vooka Breakfast Show, we would like to say
Happy birthday! Woohoo! Yeah!
Hip hip hooray! 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 Nice one, man. From the Vooka Breakfast Show, the Vooka team, and the Vooka Nation, we hope the rest of the year will be filled with love, laughter, and all things great and amazing, man. Happy birthday to everyone celebrating their birthdays. But on a day-to-day basis, right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, we always try to give you words that are aimed at improving yours and our day-to-day spoken languages, our speech patterns, and ultimately our vocabularies. And today is no exception whatsoever. The word of the day this morning, we're taking it a bit French this morning, and the word is éclat. The word is éclat. This word is a noun, and how you spell this word is as follows. E-C-L-A-T. That's E-C-L-A-T, éclat. The definition or the meaning of this word is as follows. Brilliant display of striking success. That's brilliant display of striking success. How you can use this word in a sentence is as follows. The performance ended with éclat. Applause rising like thunder. The performance ended with éclat. Applause rising like thunder. Similar words include brilliance, distinction, and renown. Similar words include brilliance, distinction, and renown. Mr. B, talk to me. Sentence usage.
Looking forward to Osvaldo's interview and hoping that it will end in a clate. Or the T silent.
On a clay note.
Yeah.
Nah, that's one. I like that. That's cool. That's cool. Mr. Mo, talk to me.
Personally, I feel like dating older women doesn't come with a clay. I mean, people who date older women, they feel like...
How do you know they feel like what?
They have a clay.
How do you know?
I know.
How?
They are there for the benefits.
I've dated someone older and I wasn't there
for
the
benefits. You were there
benefits.
for the benefits.
What benefits?
You know
this person was
why
not
you
rich.
Were there.
She was not rich.
What was she? Yeah.
What's a vutiwe? What's vutiwe? Because I was there for the vibes that her and I had.
She was
we
ripe.
were connecting.
Mature.
We connected on a
fine
deeper
wine.
level.
There's no way. You're dating your mentors.
Let's find the correct pronunciation.
Éclat.
Éclat. French.
Éclat.
But that's the word of the day. Wanna go ahead and talk to us? How would you use this word in a sentence? Éclat. French. It means brilliant display or striking success. That is the word of the day. Right after the break, we're going to be hanging out with the one and only Osvaldo Naka. And this is a part 2 of the conversation we had about 2 weeks ago. And I can't wait to jump into that one. Keep sharing your thoughts, your opinions, and everything else in between. But in the meantime, let's continue giving you your great sounds.
Seem like every captain gotta maintain the cap. You can make change, don't change for that. Tell the whole truth, get paid for that. Bet you never fall off, you was made for that. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Cause they ain't really who they say on the outside. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Cause they ain't really who they say on the outside. Slide around the city with my day one. I ain't gotta worry cause they A1. Wasn't in the field then you can't come with us. My little shorty going stupid, going straight dumb with us. I'm a big time, still humble in the hood. Gotta keep it positive on nothing but the good. When I'm on vacation, I be stunting like I should. Got a real queen falling, she gon' stumble on the wood. And I still be doing business with my brother down. And I know that if I got it, I'ma cover them. And I know that if I need it, they gon' give it back. Gotta practice what you preachin', I be living that. Taking trips round the globe, bringing game back. Touchdown hood, happy that I came back. Take a photo with my granny for the memories. And if it's for a good cause, I'm buying 10 of these. Seem like every captain gotta maintain the cap. You can make change, don't change for that. Tell the whole truth, get paid for that. Bet you never fall off, you was made for that. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Cause they ain't really who they say on the outside. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Cause they ain't really who they say on the outside. Knee deep in the game and I'm still the same. Why you always hating? That's a shame. Gotta split the profits with the ones that came. With your other homies, share the vision, yeah, we got the same picture. You won't catch me in the club, I like to meditate. I be higher than a bird, I like to levitate. When I ask them how they doing, it ain't never great. So I be focused on the money, need a better rate. Baby girl eating veggies, doing yoga at the crib. Swimming in the winter, don't get colder where I live. Still the same number, if you got it, you can hit me. Pull up to the park, I'ma match you on a sticky. I ain't tryna be nobody, I ain't gotta be. 100 bands up, shopping at the Dollar Tree. Never been a type that gotta act, gotta lie. I just go and get the bread and bring it back to the tribe. Seem like every captain gotta maintain the cap. You can make change, don't change for that. Tell the whole truth, get paid for that. Bet you never fall off, you was made for that. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside.
Hang out with us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. This is the last 30 minutes of this morning's engagement, right? And we're joined now in studio by the one and only Osvaldo Naka. I can't wait to get into the conversation of inferiority complex. This is a part 2 of where we ended things 2 weeks ago on a Tuesday morning. And I'm looking forward to this engagement. Man, I told Oz off camera that this one is a very, very, very interesting one for me, considering the fact that he gave us insight onto who Mr. Fanon is. All right, the full name is
Frans
Fanon. Man, very, very interesting stuff. Share your thoughts, your opinions, and everything else in between. The number to dial is 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. The time right about now, 37 minutes after the hour, 9 o'clock. Just shy of 20 minutes before we call it a morning at 10 o'clock, both on Vooka Breakfast Show and Underground Radio DBN. One comment came through a bit earlier on, right there on our comment section on YouTube. Zinzi saying, I used to say I'll never date younger guys because I thought maturity is questionable. But I dated a guy 3 years younger than me. Yet I also once dated a guy 7 years older than me, but he was so childish. See what I mean? So, how we perceive what old and young is, that's I said, it's very subjective, I think, Mr. Oz. And I think it also bleeds a bit into the conversation of inferiority complex. Do you think that, welcome by the way, firstly, now I'm jumping into the questions already, because I'm amped up and we don't have much time and I want to get into it, right?
Yeah.
When we are talking age and inferiority complex, do you think age does play a role in the concept of inferiority complex?
Can you please just be a bit more broad or direct to that question so I can better
because the last time we did date that we did mention get a date. We didn't. Certainly not. We certainly did not. Right. But the last time we did highlight that there is inferiority complex in the dating pool.
Yes.
On some degree, to some extent.
Yes.
On some level. All right. Inclusive in the dating pool is the age gap.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. Where you could be a 25-year-old like myself and date a 22-year-old. Or be a 25-year-old like myself and date a 33-year-old.
Yes.
Or 35-year-old, even 10 years older. Right? So when that dynamic happens where the one party is older than the other, is there a way where inferiority complex can play a role or can find itself sneaking into the relationship?
It can.
Okay.
When it comes to age differences.
Okay.
Because you might feel that you're not good enough for a certain age bracket.
Sure.
So you go for a specific age bracket.
Sure.
And then it could be that if you're older and you're dating younger, it could then reflect a part of your personality that you didn't get to express at a certain age in time, or it could be that expression that you suppressed, or it could be that the other side to you that you feel like, you know what, I don't have this personality type, therefore I want someone who's younger, more energetic, to compensate for me who's older and less energetic. And then the young one says, well, I don't have wisdom, I want wisdom and age. So then those two can then come together. Where inferiority can then creep in is, again, thinking that the other person has more energy than you do, and you think that, that person has more wisdom than I do. So therefore, I'm inferior to this person makes all the wise decisions, this person has all the energy, they must do all the work. So that's where you can creep in that sense, in that psychological sense. Yeah.
Do you think maybe as individuals in society, we perhaps at times conflate how we perceive maturity and all the things that, are byproducts of what we think maturity is, in terms of thinking that older is more mature, more wiser, more informed, more knowledgeable, and younger is childish. I mean, Zinda just mentioned that the guy was, what? She says, I used to date
7 years older.
3 years younger.
3 years younger, okay.
But the guy was much more mature than the guy who was 7 years older than her.
Yes.
So do you think we conflate those kinds of perceptions maybe in society?
Yes, we do. On the outside, it's easy to then say, okay, because you're older, you must be wiser. And then if you're younger, then it means you don't have the wisdom, you're less mature.
Sure.
But when you look at the individual themselves, this is now where we go back to a simple thing of the value system.
Sure. I remember you mentioned, yes.
If all human behavior is driven by value factors and what someone values the most. So if that, let's say the Zenzi, right, for example, she valued maybe going out, or then also valued kids, and then valued money, and she meets this young person that meets all those criteria, speaks in those values, meets those values, then she'll be like, okay, well, this is fulfilling my fantasy. Then you attribute that to be like, oh, this is a very mature person, because they're speaking in your values. So your perception of the person is, no, this person is very mature, because you're seeing how your values can be met with that person. So you're living in that fantasy. So the perception there is that, this person is very, very mature. But the moment you meet someone else who's then not able to communicate in your values, where you then start seeing the nightmares and you attribute those nightmares to your value structures, then you'll be like, oh, well, this person is immature, because they're not meeting the fantasy that you have when it comes to your value structure. So those perceptions are there. But in essence, none of them, they're both immature and mature in their own ways. But if you spend enough time with both of them, you'll see that because this person can be very mature with money, but is very immature socializing. Maybe they don't know how to socialize.
Communication.
Or communication, if you spend enough time with them. Yeah.
That's very interesting. It's
It
very
is.
interesting.
It is. Yeah, because I think when you look at the modern era of where we are living right now, we see that when it comes to selfhood, for other people, they don't have the actual meaning because they are navigated with people that are globalized, and especially now social media is also taking that part, and people are just getting a whole lot of information but don't know how to use the information. So according to you, what would you think, or what does the authentic selfhood mean in a world dominated by those things?
Well, the authentic self for me means that you as Moeketsi know who you are, what your value structures are, what your buttons are, what pushes you.
Yeah.
And in being your most authentic self is loving all parts of every action that you've taken in the past and in the present, and the actions that you'll take in the future.
In the future, definitely.
Understanding that you're gonna have comparisons. You're never gonna get a one-sided you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at society as a whole, we've been told to be one-sided. I mean, even in Fanon's work, when he talks about the fact that when we make judgments according to race, you expect that, okay, if you meet a white person, he's very wise, he does work that has to do with the brain, he's a thinker. He's going to think of a solution. But when you meet a person who's black, this person is conditioned to do labor work. But when you really understand that all of us have all sides to ourselves, then be like, no, let's judge things based on the individual. So you understanding yourself then lets you then navigate the world better and understand that you're not going to meet everybody's expectations of you.
You know where I want to start, Mr. Moy, and I think this is where we should have started even 2 weeks ago. But look, Mr. Oz, someone is listening, is watching, and is finding this conversation for the first time, right?
Yes.
And is only learning about Frans Fanon,
yes,
right? And they don't know who Frans is and what his work entails.
Yeah.
Let's start by defining what the term inferiority complex is, because I think that's where the detail is, right? So that's where the cream is at. What is inferiority complex?
Well, in my understanding, I'm not going to give a dictionary meaning. We can look that up just now. My understanding, inferiority complex is believing that you have something that someone else doesn't have.
Okay.
Or it's also it's a complex where you create a misperception that something is lower than something else. So you create something great and compare it to something else and say, well, this thing is not as good as this.
Okay.
So you create that inferiority complex by thinking that this is lesser than that. So in a psychological term, it could be that if you're looking at yourself from a physical aspect, you could measure yourself according to skin color. You can measure yourself according to behavior.
Height, weight.
You could measure yourself financially as well.
Career-wise,
spirituality.
Sure.
Like you just said now, physically as well.
Sure.
Vocationally, what you do for a living, what you don't do for a living, you can compare yourself for that. So it's comparing all areas of yourself in your life, thinking that, okay, this is superior, this is inferior. Even with where you stay, what you do, what you drive, what you wear. So the inferiority complex is that thinking that something is better than something else. It's creating a black and white world, to put it simply.
Says here, an inferiority complex is a chronic, intense feeling of inadequacy, insecurity, and low self-worth, often rooted in real or imagined physical or psychological deficiencies. Coined by Alfred Adler, it goes beyond temporary self-doubt to become a deep-seated belief or being less than others, frequently leading to social withdrawal or overcompensation through extreme competitiveness. So that is this more or less where you were coming from? Yeah.
Yes, and I love the part where it talks about overcompensating. You see, so to overcompensate, you overdo something to make up for something else.
Something that you lack.
For something that you lack.
Sure.
Not understanding that where you're inferior is also a gift, and you can't be a complete person in a sense where you have a one-sidedness. So this stems from the fact that, from the idea that you must be a one-sided individual.
Sure.
But when you look at identity, your identity is not fixed. It's not fixed. Your brain makes it think that it's fixed. So like, for example, if you walk into this room, there's a certain chair that you like to sit on.
Sure.
Correct.
Sure. Definitely.
So when you go home, there's a certain way you sleep in the bed. There's a certain way you get into the house. There's a certain way
routine.
You speak. Your routine.
Sure.
So your routine makes you think that that's your identity, but it's actually not. It's just the way that you're doing things. Because then, if I change your routine, does it mean that you have changed?
Yeah.
Not really. No. I would just have to adapt to those changes now. Yeah. To have fun. But now.
Yeah.
Fanan's work now, because he speaks of masks worn by black individuals in colonial societies.
Yes.
How does his work, come into the racial part of society and the world? What is his work based on? And at the core of it, what is his work about?
Well, he wrote in his work. He wrote at the time where colonialism was very prevalent, where you had one part of society that had the majority of the power.
Sure.
Now, we're talking about times where you were set. Okay, you're born black. You're born in this way. This is the highest you can climb in society.
Sure.
This is what you deserve, right?
Yeah.
And no matter what you do that is close to the power at hand, your destiny is that this will be what you are.
Sure.
So the crux of his work was showing that how you can never measure up to the person that is suppressing you. So you can never measure up to the power that suppresses the inferiority society. And it showed how power dynamics work, because then you can simply create a system out of one single belief. And through that system of making someone feel inferior, you can literally control how they live their life by having that belief system. Because then it means to overcome the inferiority complex, they try as hard as they can to get as close as possible to the power at hand. Now, at that time was, how do I become like the white person? Because the white person is the most extreme power. How do I change? How do I speak the person's language? And in dating, how do I date the white woman? Because that's seen as the highest form of success in society at that time.
Achievement.
Yes, an achievement. So then the individual's character and identity is shaped by that power dynamic. And you see it today. It's very easy how we today can go on social media, create a single belief and have a following around that.
Catches
thread.
fire.
Catches fire in the thread.
So just by mentioning, because I want to ask, there was the colonial era.
Yes.
And then people like Fanon, people like Steve Mandela, they came in and they fought the system.
Yeah.
And now they won against the system. Do you think that there are black people who felt like the inferiority that they had over white people, they can use it against their own people, which is black people? Do you think there are black people who adopted that system and use it into their own people?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because look, we live in a world based on, if you study power and how power works, right? The basic dynamic of power is basically to make people think they have something that they don't. Conditioning.
Yeah.
And if that's how power dynamics works, is you look at it from a psychological point of view, like you said.
Sure.
Yeah.
Conditioning. It's about conditioning people to think that they don't have a certain power. So therefore, I must be in power in order for the solution to be to the problem is me. You look at politics. Politics is basically about, okay, how do I speak about a problem and I become the solution to the problem?
Yes.
You see, and so it's that's how it is. That's how the power dynamic works. But again, these power dynamics work more on people who don't know who they are and what they stand for.
But in modern society, you know, in a very, very highly technologized and AI fueled world that we're living in, you know, we're always on our devices. We have about 2-3 devices on our person on a day-to-day basis. How does internalized inferiority complex manifest itself now? You know, either in corporate, in media like we do, in all these other spaces that we're involved in social settings as well, you know, amongst friends, amongst colleagues. How do you think they manifest, it manifests itself, especially with people who present themselves or choose to live a certain lifestyle, I guess. I don't know if I'm putting it in a, but how does that thing manifest itself, do you think? Inferiority complex.
You take the reality of the person and compare it to a fantasy. That's how you manifest it. Because the fantasy will always be greater than the reality, because a fantasy looks at one side of all positive, and the reality looks at both sides, that okay, this thing comes balanced on two sides. So if you take the reality, compare it to the fantasy where everything is good, where everything is okay, you get into AI, the next day, tomorrow, you'll have a 10 million rand account.
That's crazy.
Create that fantasy, look at your reality like, oh, okay, I only have 10,000 rand in my account. Okay, how am I going to get to 10 million within 6 days, 7 days? And that's the fantasy you see now. Because the reality is to go from 10,000 to 10 million.
10 million.
There's work that needs to go
to be
in.
Done, yeah. So to be put in,
social media technology will tell you, well, lose weight by doing Tai Chi in 7 days. There's these AI ads that come up like algorithm, do Tai Chi. I've got 3 months before my wedding day.
Yes.
I want to lose weight.
There's a certain weight that I want to have achieved in 3 months.
It's like this, the magic pill syndrome, where like, okay, this weight loss program will make you lose weight in 90 days. Like, oh, okay, this is the solution. But in reality is, it takes work. You have to value health more than you value everything else. But again, you also have to realize that there is no one great looking body. All different body shapes are a reflection of what a person values. So if a person is of a certain weight, that weight is actually designed for that person to fulfill the purpose here on earth. If you look at it like from that perspective.
And lastly, if a Phenon were alive today, what do you think he'd say about the rise of Black consciousness movement on TikTok, Instagram, and platforms like YouTube?
Well, that's a hard one. It's a hard one because, like, even in studying Fernand's work, he took me in a certain direction where I had to look at skin color and look at the psychology behind skin color, whereas I never done that before. I just looked at, okay, how does the mind work? How does a person process information? So from his perspective, I think that he would see progress in the way that we express ourselves, and also how
it's interesting
how we also we're not constrained by certain judgments. I mean, when you go to social media, you see everyone's creating different types of content. You can go in, find people of our skin color creating different types of content, and they seem to be the entertainment center on social media.
Definitely.
For like the
bases on the ground.
The bases on the ground, the references. These are like the real cool
this is
people.
What's trending? This is what's cool now. Sure.
So I think he would look at it and be like, wow, there's an aspect of ourselves that we've taken and said, okay, well, we're very proud of this. I mean, there's even, you see now the growing trend is now we seem to be saying, well, it's okay to just get married culturally. You don't have to do a white wedding anymore.
Oh, yes.
You know,
yes.
Whereas before it was like, okay, you have to have the two or the one. Now it's like, well, we can just have a cultural wedding, and that's considered a marriage ceremony, and it's a great celebration. We can leave it there. We don't have to do like the other part. So there's many aspects that he'll be proud of. Yeah.
Very interesting. Very interesting. There's a lot that we haven't spoken about. Skin color was one I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
Language was another one.
Yes.
Race was another one. Because I think how we perceive all of these kinds of things is based or are an inclusion of all these other contributing factors and variables.
Yeah.
And I think it begs a part 3. I think it begs a part 3 because there's so many aspects that we can touch on this.
True.
And maybe make it a slightly longer conversation, 45 minutes to like an hour, because there's so much to unpack, I think.
Yeah.
And these are a lot of things that impact us as individuals in society.
Yeah. You're right, because from his work, there's progression into now we look at, like you said, Alfred Adler, where his work then looked at the human being, the fact that as human beings we live towards fulfilling the fantasy or the ideal that we each have for our own lives.
Sure.
So yeah.
There's a lot. There's the economic side of things, financial side, the dating aspect of things. There's a lot, I think, that his work touches on. So, Manogochai, we have to call it a morning. It's exactly 10 o'clock, and we don't want to interrupt all things that are taking place right there on Underground Radio GB. And so, from us as the Vooka Breakfast Show, as the Vooka Nation, as the Vooka team, we would like to say stay safe, stay cautious, stay warm if it gets too cold, but stay cool and rehydrate as much as you can if you're out and about and in the sun. For myself, the one and only MooCee Mist, it's been fun to have hung out with you this Tuesday morning, the 10th of February 2026. Until tomorrow morning, I'll see you later on. Cool stuff.
Stayed up till the morning, talking till the first light of dawn. Just like fate without no warning, it hit me so hard. Oh, I'm so sorry, girl, I didn't mean to. I done messed it up again. I'm sorry if I crossed the line. What am I supposed to do right now? Baby, I'm falling for you. What I would do for you to love me too. No, I can't hide it no more. What I would do for you to love me too. Try to tell what you were thinking, what you might feel.